Welcome to the Real College Rose Podcast, number 31, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or 32, let's cover our bases.
Yeah. Possibly 43, but like, you know. I'm your host, Crow.
And I'm your host, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Crow.
How's it going today?
Good. It's my day off today, so just been chilling, waiting to record. Played a little piano today. Starting to tickle in those ivories recently. It's been a time.
Playing the piano.
Yeah, man.
You got some books from a bud and learning.
Yeah, I'm starting to be like productive.
Yeah.
And not just playing Monster Hunter. But there's plenty of things to be productive in Monster Hunter about. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
I'm doing real world productivity because, piano's going to get me far in life. So
You never know.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be the next Weird Al Pianovich.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He comes to UB a lot.
He does. Him and his accordion and all.
Yeah. Just the accordion.
Yeah. Now that I got a handle on piano, I probably should just already move over to accordion.
Yeah.
After a week and a half of piano play.
Might as well just start the harp and violin too. They're the same things.
Well, actually, I did want to pick up a string instrument. I was really debating buying myself a cello for the longest time. You can get one on eBay for like a couple $100. And now I know all you cello players out there are like, what? $200? That's going to be trash. Yeah. I'm learning how to freaking play cello.
I'm not trash.
Yeah, that too. No, I don't know. I was thinking about playing cello, but we came upon our old family piano again. So my oldest brother was moving to California, and he was just refused to give up this piano because it's like too much sentimental value to him. And he's like, I don't want to sell it. Can you guys take it? So my parents were like, yeah, we'll take the piano back. So now it just sits in the basement. We got it about like a week ago. Or a week and a half ago, and I always wanted to learn how to play, so I've been teaching myself how to play piano.
I don't have the hands for it.
Dude, your hands are like my hands. They're short, stubby claws. Dude, I know.
They're mini sausages.
I know. Look at my hands. They're like the same as yours, and I can play piano totally fine. If a 6-year-old child can play freaking Mozart, you can play piano.
Nah, it's my hands, man. They're not the right size.
His hand would literally fit into your hand like a freaking Simba into Mufasa's paw situation. Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
Plus, you need a piano. I don't know if you have a piano lying around.
Yeah, I don't even have a keyboard lying around,
Yeah.
so put a damper on things, as the children say today.
Or on the piano.
Yeah.
It's a damper on that.
Damper, like one of the foot pedals?
Yeah.
Like the middle one?
I think the middle. Yeah. It's a cool one. So that's like, or I don't know. So our friend John explained the 3 pedals to me. I know the right one's sustain. I think the middle one's damper, but it's weird. It's like, it makes the notes quieter,
Yeah.
Right? But if you play a note and then hit that note will still hold, but then you can start playing everything else. So it's like if you want to do a sustain on one note, but then have all the other notes not have that like long sustain. It's a cool.
I was always wondering how that happened, because all I knew is that the right one would hold whatever note got played.
Yeah. So this one's different. It's like, so the right one will just hold it, but like you can't just isolate one note and then have that one keep playing if you want to switch it. Like as soon as you lift off, it turns off. But this one, it's like you press the note, then press down on the pedal afterwards. Then you can start playing. It's really cool. And then the left pedal, who knows? I forget. Also, my piano doesn't have one. And John was like, that's impossible. You cannot not have a left pedal. That makes no sense. And I'm like, no.
No, you have a left pedal. There's just no pedal between. There's no middle pedal, really.
No, we have the middle. Yeah, there's a left and right. And he's like, no, that's not possible. And I was like, no. Like, there used to be a left pedal. The left pedal is gone. There is a hole where the left pedal used to be.
You just gotta kick your foot into it.
Yeah, just shove a toe in and like press it down. I don't know. Apparently, it's not that important. Yeah. I think he said it's fine. You don't need that one. I think it's more for like. I think it does what the middle one does, minus the system. I don't know. I already forget.
I don't know.
Piano's cool though.
I don't have the feet for piano. That could actually be true. My coordination with my feet is terrible.
Mine is too, but
except
you
for
pick
like
it up.
Kicking a soccer ball, fine.
But I mean, it's like anything. Like
ask me to keep a rhythm with my foot, like do a bass drum on a drum kit or the
It just takes time.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I could try as long as I want.
I bet you could.
It would not happen.
If you played an instrument and have rhythm, you
no.
be coordinated
My feet
enough.
do not have rhythm.
No.
My hands are fine.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure you'd be fine. Like, if I can do it and I played an instrument that literally moves on a linear line, okay? There is no coordination of the fingers used. Played trombone, all right? You literally just slide up and down. Like, that's it.
Yeah, all the trumpet does is do the up and down.
But there's like several fingers, that you're thinking
3.
about. One fist moving up and down.
You have 7 positions.
Yeah, but you have several different combinations to think about. There's what? So 1 times 2 times 3, right? 6 different. No, it's. And then no, but there's even more because you can like half hold.
No,
can't you? Isn't that a thing?
No.
Oh, never mind then. All right. Well, anyway, so like 1. Like, so all 3 open. Well, I don't want to do this math right now. There's a freaking mathematical thing. Someone figure out all the possible finger combinations.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure I walked my way through them. There's only 3 keys.
But there's like all open, 2 open, 1 closed.
Okay, So it's open. There's 1, 2, 3's never used.
But it can be. It's there for a reason.
No, 3 isn't used by itself for any note.
Oh, okay. Got ya.
So there's open 1, 2, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, all 3.
That's it?
Yeah. What else is there?
I don't know. Like,
I just went through every combination. Because there's only 3 keys.
It's still more than a freaking trombone.
No, there's not. There's 7. It's literally the same amount.
Yeah, but the finger, like, that's different though because
now you have to memorize where they are.
But you have to
think 3 freaking.
But you have to think about transitioning, like from this to that, or like I'm just saying
you have to transition from slide position 0 to 1.
I'm trying to defend. I'm trying to make trumpet seem less complicated. Okay.
No, I'm trying to make trombone seem as complicated as it is. Because you have to remember where the positions are.
It's really not that hard. So, like, 6 is as far as your arm can go out. That's 6. 7th is you gotta lean a little bit. That's it. Like, and then the end of the slide matches with the bell is 4th position. The bracket that your fingers hold on to matches with the bell. That's 3rd. 1st is all the way in, and then 2nd is between 2nd and 1st and 3rd. It's not that hard. And it's all chromatic. Trombone is a chromatic instrument. You literally just like, oh, the notes are getting longer, so they're going to go down, and they go back up again.
Yeah, trumpet's chromatic, too. You can do chromatic scale.
My instrument is literally chromatic, and it's a tube that shortens and lengthens to make the sound travel.
If you start at the right place, trumpet's chromatic.
What is this argument? God, no. Trombone is not that hard. Like, literally, I could teach anyone how to play. Oh yeah, here's a good example. Chromatic scale on trombone is the easiest thing to play. It is so easy to play chromatic scale on trombone. The only thing you have to the only weird thing that might throw you off is that B is here and C is all the way out here. But once you go from B to C, it literally goes D flat, D, E flat, or reverse, excuse me, D flat, D, E flat, E, the next ones. I said it wrong, but...
Trumpet it's just like this. You open... no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure the audience loves your finger movements. I don't know, man. Trombone's easy. I'm just saying, you have the ability to play piano.
The music trombone plays is easy.
Well, yeah.
It's just whole notes.
Just whole notes. But literally, trombone is easy to play.
Nah.
Like, I'm sure if I picked it up, I could almost, in a month, I could get back to where I was at my peak in high school.
I can do that too, but it's because I never played it in high school. Literally never practiced.
Yeah. I'm just saying trombone's easy. It's not that bad.
Ben's wrong.
Do you want my trombone?
We'll
you can borrow my trombone.
We'll consult an expert on it and get back to it.
Oh my god. Not the guy that played trombone for like 8 years.
Yeah, I don't know if he's such an expert. He's alright at trombone.
Yes, that is the most accurate description of my trombone. Ben, trombone, mediocre as hell. Yeah, sounds about right.
Average, that's the best word.
the worst thing to ever be told about like yourself.
You're like, hey, you're right about the average. Oh,
thanks.
I suck.
No, this is how good I was at trombone. Final year, I was just given the highest position to play for trombone. Like, it was just handed to me because I wasn't bad at trombone, but I had reached my peak earlier because I just stopped caring.
Oh yeah, I reached my peak because of Pitman in 10th grade.
Yeah.
At which point I could play my highest note I could play ever. Like I was up to like a D. And like I could play for hours on end.
Yeah.
But I had first chair stripped away from me senior year.
See, it was handed to me on a silver platter.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want this. Oh, this was my junior year, actually, because I quit senior year. It's my junior year. So even junior year, this was given to me because, one, Unsay wasn't there.
Yep.
Two, it was just given to me. But then there was a younger kid who was like in 9th grade that got into the higher band, Magnus, and I was like, you can have it. I'm going to go to second position. So it's like, give me that middle bass clef line. Let me play a ton of D's and E's in the bass clef, and I'll be happy. That was my career with trombone.
I got my I played solos for 3 years, got to senior year, was just shit on for just like, oh, you want to play this solo? You're not getting it.
So I never cared.
Yeah, I've been doing solos for 3 years now. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm literally the only trumpet that likes to do them.
I always like soloing, like improv solos,
fun.
like in jazz and stuff.
You should play whatever you want.
Yeah,
it doesn't even need to sound right.
Nah, yeah, it's fine. It's jazz. Literally anything can technically fit into any scale in jazz. It's like, that flat wasn't supposed to be there. It's like,
yeah, just don't hold it.
If you think
never hold a note.
If you think about the relative minor, then it is.
Never,
and it's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, just
goodbye.
If you look at this scale, that sort of fits into here, but like if you rethink about it, it works.
Yeah.
Really, just you find 3 notes that you're okay with like holding for a bit, and you can play whatever else between them.
Any of the following things, it's all about hitting that real high that real low note.
Yeah, I didn't even really have like an idea of what I was doing. I just mashed the keys.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Those complicated key patterns.
Yeah. All 7 of them.
Yeah. Whoa, my dog's like growling. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Trombone I liked soloing on trombone. You were never around. I don't think you were there yet when I was in jazz band. I quit jazz band too. Slowly just kind of weaned myself off trombone because trombone for any kid,
I was there.
Kid aspiring.
Did you
I did 10th grade.
The advanced jazz or the lab jazz?
I did advanced. I was immediately put into advanced.
How did I not? I don't remember you being there.
I
didn't know you back then though.
You would have been in 9th when I was in 10th.
Yeah, I was there from 9th grade.
Okay, so you probably were around.
Yeah, it was me and fucking Kyle and the other 2 guys.
I don't know.
Anthony? No.
Anthony? What's his name, Anthony?
Puerto Rican?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just trombone's not fun. At least I feel like any instrument can technically be fun. Like there's always awesome solos for every instrument, and like you can find pieces that are cool. And there's some cool. There's a lot of cool trombone ones, but it's like.
But it's really easy to find a cool piece if you're a saxophone.
Yeah. Also, if you just have the cool instrument, which I always wanted to play saxophone, and my teacher's like, "You look like a trombone player. Can I try that saxophone? You're gonna be a trombone player." Cool. We already have 16 saxophones.
Yeah. This band is 80% saxophone.
I don't care. They're all going to leave, and I will stay. Nah. Trombone. Will you be the only trombone sitting by yourself next to a trumpet because those things go next to each other? Sure. What?
We get put next to tubas.
There were no... Could you imagine an elementary school, some 11-year-old playing tuba?
Yeah, just getting crushed by the tuba.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Yeah, he'd be forced to play the tuba. This is the only way you get people into the bass clef. Unless it's the bass guitar.
There's this one kid named Danny. I don't want to say his last name, just rude. His last name.
Call him Danny Amendola.
Do you know who I'm talking about, though?
Yeah.
With a D?
Yeah.
Soccer player?
Yes.
Sister was my grade.
I know.
Are you sure you know?
Yes.
He was a tiny boy. And I think he still didn't get super, tall or bigger. They're a relatively short family. But he played tuba. And just this thing, like, engulfed him. This tiny little boy. One of my old closest friend, his name was John, and he was really tiny. He got taller. He's like as tall as me now.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think he might be taller than me. But he fit.
Fucking naval academies, dude.
I know. It's just they pump you the way you pump you with super soldier serum, and then you're just going.
Yep.
He could fit inside the tuba case back in middle school, and he was in there. And then this substitute teacher came and check on everybody, and he was just hiding in the case the whole time. And it just happened to be like he got in when the teacher came in, so we're all like really weird. And he was like, "Everything all right here?" We're like, "Yeah, it's fine." Yeah. And then he closes the door. And John just like emerges out of the coffin. It's Dracula up in this.
It's a good nap.
It's a good time. Yeah,
I could fit into a trumpet case when I was in middle school.
No way.
Yeah,
that's impressive, dude.
Yeah.
I could fit my left leg into my trombone case.
I could fit my foot into the trumpet case, maybe.
Yeah.
Tiny.
God, did you... Well, it doesn't matter to you, because you freaking had to carry a trumpet to school. Carrying a trombone to school is not fun.
Yeah, trumpet's like suitcase. Trombone is just a trombone with a case around it.
Basically. That's it. Yeah. And it's super clunky, and it would bang against my back leg, and then my back would kick it, and it would flip around and hit me in the knee. And it was just this vicious cycle of it, like, fanning back and forth, hitting me.
See, I went to sit outside of the,
so I never get tackled.
On the, what's it called? End of my driveway to wait for the bus, which is what I was thinking of the word.
Bus?
Yeah.
Got ya. Yeah. Sure.
Rough day.
It's okay.
So I would be waiting for the bus, and I could use the trumpet as a little stool, just sit on it. You couldn't do that with a trombone.
No.
Unless you wanted a trombone up your ass.
You'd be scared. You'd be like Vlad the Impaler on that
thing. Get up and move on to the bus. It's just up there. You're just like hunchback. Boom, boom.
Look at my little stinger going on.
Sorry.
Trombone eject!
Smacking people.
Oh, you look so tall and like straight back today.
I don't have a trombone on my
Yes. Oh God. No, but anyway, piano's cool.
Yeah.
No, but I'm surprising myself. One, apparently, from what John was telling me, and this is not this old John that put himself in a tuba. This John will never. By the day he was born, he was too big to fit inside a tuba. He has just been a tall man his entire life. He was like, I've only been playing for a week and a half, and he's like, you're about where people are after usually like 2 months playing. So I was like, cool. So I'm advancing fast. I'm playing some Bach piece. Prelude at C major prelude in C major, something like that.
Same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a do 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 do.
The iPhone ringtone.
Yeah, the iPhone ringtone. Exactly. The wake up song. Not that. But it's cool. But yeah, it's not making me more productive, but I feel like I'm more productive.
Yeah.
It's like a change in thought.
Because you're doing a thing, but you're not truly gaining anything out of that thing.
Yeah, it's just a cool, like, it's more of like a change in mindset, I guess, where it's like it's just picking something new and deciding that you're going to learn it and sticking to it and just being dedicated, and it makes you change your habits, I guess. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, I feel like it's cool because it's making me think about, like, wanting to do different stuff and, like, use my time in different ways instead of, like, I love playing video games and I love Monster Hunter, but when I was playing Monster Hunter for 10 hours in one day, not the most productive human being, so,
yeah. It sucks that Monster Hunter came out and it's like, oh, you have to go to school, and I was just like, alright, I would get home from school and do nothing but Monster Hunter, go to bed, wake up, go to school, come home, Monster Hunter is like...
Yeah.
Especially on the days when I didn't go to school till 2 and got home at 3:30.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Well...
So much Monster Hunter time.
I know.
So to get to the point, what I need to do is... because I noticed... I got that feeling you're getting from piano when I started learning Japanese and when I picked it up again a few months ago.
Yeah.
And then I keep dropping off because I get bombarded with schoolwork.
Sure, yeah. You're in a tougher place than I am where I have literally nothing but time.
And so I need to do that to stop playing just video games in general for right now, because like I'll get up and even if I don't go on Monster Hunter, I'll go work on the Mario speedrun for a bit, which also is kind of productive because it's not just mindlessly hunting and
it's not just chilling out. Like, you're trying.
I'm focusing and like I have a list of like a literal list on my computer screen of just like this.
This isn't fun to do.
Yeah, well it is. I freaking love it.
No, yeah,
I would love nothing more than to just be able to stream for a living on Twitch. Like, more than like just like going and being a doctor. Like I'd love to do that, but if I could honestly just go and just like stream myself playing any video game or like practicing my speedrun like people do that in a fucking heartbeat.
To be fair, like we were saying, like on your days like Tuesdays or whatever where you have like all that extra time you're just playing Monster Hunter, like if you only did a 3-hour stream a few days a week, those fit in perfectly to what you're doing already. Yeah. So you could just technically get a capture card and like live stream yourself playing.
But I need to get a capture card and a computer. Because as much as I love the Surface, it has one USB port.
Yeah. It's not the best.
You can't do anything
with
just...
you need like a half decent computer so that way it's like it's able to stream.
Yeah.
But still, like I mean, you could do it. You know, if you do have some time.
If I end up getting $1,000 to get a PC.
Yeah, this computer, I need to get a better computer just because like I got the editing software. I think I talked about this at the end of the last podcast, but I edited the last podcast and like, you know, clearly it is on YouTube. I don't know. I was going to specify because we don't post to SoundCloud anymore. By the way, also trying to find our old SoundCloud videos will be difficult because
like there's probably one.
Maybe
possibly
one.
Two.
Maybe two. Probably just one. Probably the first podcast. Don't listen to it, which probably is going to make more people go listen to the first podcast. Then I should also negate it by saying totally listen to the end of the first podcast when we do an improv bit.
Oh, God, I forgot.
We used to have so much structure to this show.
Oh, yeah.
No, but SoundCloud does this thing where you can only post a certain amount of hours or minutes, I think it's just based off hours, to their site if you have a premium membership. So I did a premium membership and, you know, I was paying like $15 a month, whatever, to post there to have no one listen to the podcast, where YouTube is freaking free and you can just post and like more people are on YouTube regularly. And I want to start posting to several different sources like iTunes and spread out a little bit so we can catch more of you guys and make it more convenient for you to listen to us either on the go or not just at home.
In whatever format you enjoy your podcast.
Exactly. But SoundCloud, I got this like message on my email from SoundCloud being like, you know, 2 weeks before you got to renew. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I ended the membership. I'm not renewing. And then it came and then it's like, hey, we saw that you are like... your membership's ended, but you have more time, like more hours of audio than we're allowed, so we're gonna just block all of your stuff that exceeds the limit. And it's like, it's already there,
right?
Why? Also, dick. It's already there, and it was there while we were part of the membership plan, but I don't know.
Dickish move.
Whatever. I guess in a way it makes some sense. I mean, by the plan we were following, it feels like a jerk thing because we were only posting a few times. But I mean, I guess if you had a ton of content and you only put up a membership for a month, posted a crap ton of stuff, and then just ended your membership.
But do you get money from SoundCloud at all?
No, but you get... well, maybe you do. I think you can get endorsed. But you get viewership and you gain...
questionable.
Well, but like where we were devoting our time into SoundCloud with podcasts is not always like the biggest pull, where it's like, check out my rap album on SoundCloud, check out my DJ mix on
Do people
SoundCloud.
actually go to SoundCloud for it? Because I see people be like, yo, check out my mixtape on SoundCloud. Never once have I been interested at all.
Well, normally it's because the people saying that stuff is not people usually want to go check out. But it's like a free... I mean, if you think about releasing a mixtape's going to be what? a half an hour long, if that, because usually an EP is like 3 songs, 3 to 4, 3 minutes a pop. It's 12 minutes. So you could post like an hour's worth of content onto SoundCloud completely for free without any sort of membership, you know? So it's like an easy place that is free, and it's like a good site for it's easy layout. That was the cool thing about SoundCloud. Like, it was just very like, bam, it's right there. Yeah. The playlists are also right at the top, and they had everything. Like, it's good layout on SoundCloud, you know? But goodbye, SoundCloud.
Yeah, I got posted to it once.
I think you did. Yeah. Well, probably I'm gonna have to archive everything onto YouTube now, which is gonna take time.
We don't need like the 8-hour podcasts.
The 8-hour ones, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh god.
Where it's all Overwatch.
God. It's all old news now, anyway.
Yeah.
Should just go through and make like a best of.
You
I have the raw files. I could just
practice your editing.
But wait, never mind. That's like 100 hours worth of stuff to go through and cut. We're not that funny. We don't have enough stuff.
You need to practice editing anyway.
I'm great at editing. What are you talking about?
I've had
nothing to edit.
I saw the video last week.
What video?
There's no editing at all done.
Because there was nothing to be edited.
That's the editor talking, and you as lazy.
It's not like
editor.
It's not like a video where you can edit bits in. It's not like.
Oh, you can. You put bits in. You just dance words across for no reason.
Oh,
right here, just like a freaking dinosaur swoops in. Ange swoops in.
I don't think you realize how difficult to put
corner,
the pictures
corner to corner. Do it. But Ben, edit that in.
No. Fine. We'll see. That's like Photoshop crap and like dragging images across. All right, whatever.
You can do it.
I'll look into it.
I believe in you.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. I started rock climbing.
Yeah.
With our friend John, who plays piano as well. Slowly, we're divulging more and more information about him over.
We're sneaking it in.
No, but me and him got rock climbing memberships, so we go rock climbing like 3 times a week now.
Yeah, so you both rock climb, you both play piano. You're both 8 feet tall.
We both make sweet, sweet love to each other.
Yeah, in the pooper.
Yep. Fart funnel, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to use the scientific name, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we started that, but every time I see you, it's like I'm just in more pain. Like,
yeah. Man, yeah, like you just really calloused hands. It was like my grip or forearms.
Yeah,
and hands hurt.
It's
evolved.
And
then the next day, it's like, yeah, my shoulder, like, got a little pain there. It's really sore. And today, it's like, yeah, my both ankles and knees and my neck. Yeah. And my teeth hurt because of rock climbing.
Seriously. Well, it's like, I got past it. So, like, a lot of people, if you've ever tried rock climbing, you'll notice you get this, like, insane forearm pump. But that's because, like, you don't know how to engage your back properly yet because your grip strength... Like, there's a difference between your grip strength in your hands and your forearms for some reason. I just realized this, like... the muscles in my fingers are literally able to squeeze better, so I don't use my forearms. I don't know how it works, because, like, clearly this is... Squeezing of the hand is based off of muscles contracting in the forearm. I don't know. Or maybe it's just my forearm muscles have gotten stronger and the fatigue is not as bad and I use my back more. But I went from this phase of like, oh man, my hands kind of like are tight because my forearm muscles are super sore. And then like a few days in, like that finally went away and I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. You know, like I'm feeling good now. But I was still doing, in rock climbing, they call them problems. And problems are like how you get up the wall, and they'll be like color-coded tape, and you're only allowed to put your feet and your hands on that colored tape to get to the end of the problem. So there's different difficulty tiers based off the color of tape. By the time my forearm fatigue stopped happening and I started using my back more, I was still on relatively easy problems because a lot of it, the more advanced problems come down to footwork and knowing how to place your feet to make it easier to reach. I started figuring that stuff out and started getting to problems where you're just grabbing onto like what looks like broken shards of plates and like all these really odd features on the wall. And it's like I'd get off the wall and be like, my hands hurt. And like, oh yeah, your hands are sore. I'm like, no, the skin on my hands hurt. Like, and that's like what makes me stop rock climbing now is the skin on my hands will be in excruciating pain. And just like blood. I've like punched the wall. I've bruises all over my legs and my knees from this like slamming into the wall while trying to make certain reaches. But it's like, yeah, it's just like my skin is in pain. It's not good, but it's fun. It's like highly addictive. I wish you'd come, but I know you're not
doing that. And also, how much was it
for a membership?
Yeah,
120.
No,
for 3 months.
No,
it's only $40 a month. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. But I'm saying but clearly you don't want a membership. I'm saying like if you wanted to come one time with us.
No.
Well, then
fuck rocks.
Yeah.
Fuck climbing.
I mean, they're fake rocks.
Even worse. Probably give you cancer.
They're completely processed rocks.
Yeah. 100% process. You gotta trust the process, Ben.
Gotta look at those corporations.
Yeah.
Feeding us poison to our hands. Speaking of, I call chalk hand cocaine. My hands love it and need it. It's the only way I can climb now.
Jesus. Does chalk make it grippier? Is that what it does?
It dries your hands out, but yes, it also kind of makes it easier to...
It's more surface area.
Grip in. Yeah, but the main thing is it dries out your hands.
Yeah. Which
is a double-edged sword. Because now that your hands are dry, they tear way easier because they're dry.
Yeah.
Who knew that liquid in your hands?
Moisture.
Yeah, it makes your hands water is associated with elasticity. So, or
it's incredible. Like it dries out your hands. You have so much grip, but it's that grip you get from your hand impaling onto something.
Yeah, it's that tearing.
It's your skin wrapping around something and ripping off of your hand.
Yeah, I remember this. Like I've torn my hands before doing other things. But I remember, like, everyone's like, your first flapper, and I didn't even notice, and there's just, like, this flap of skin hanging off. Like, God dang it. So, cut that off, tape it up, keep climbing again. It's great. It's a good time.
Does anyone wear gloves?
No, you can't.
Oh.
It's like, you don't get the tactile response with gloves, and if you have a slight amount of... you're holding on to things that are literally, like, an inch to half an inch sticking out of the wall, and you're gripping onto them. So if your gloves slide off a little bit, you are now no longer making contact with that grip. So yeah, it's bare hands. It's the best way to go. It's not bad. It's just
your skin
awful.
Off.
Yeah. Which is perfectly like two great choices to start playing piano and rock climb at the same time. Very finger and hand dominant things.
Oh man, I can't wait to play piano with my bare hands.
My literally bare.
Literally just muscles.
It's like my forearms start hurting when I play piano now. They just start burning because my hands are so
all you're doing is using your forearms and your legs.
Yeah. It's fun though. I highly recommend rock climbing.
Yeah. I do too. I wouldn't do it, but it seems like it's a fun time because Ben and John keep going and doing it.
Yeah.
Cool. I would recommend taking a comparative primate anatomy lab.
Honestly, yeah.
If you have like that option at school and are allowed to, or probably not a place you could do it outside of school because it's kind of.
I wouldn't recommend it outside of school.
It's not something that should be allowed outside of schools. So it's a class. It's an anthropology class, and you go to a lab, and you get to dissect a macaque from Asia or Africa, one of those two. Forget its actual environment. But it's super cool. If you don't know what a macaque is, it's a little monkey. A little tail and...
macaque.
Usually just black and white. It can have yellow.
Does it have a red butt, or is that only baboons that have red butts?
Well, baboons have like the extremely bright red butt.
Yeah.
That's just a baboon feature.
Yeah.
They just have normal butts.
Fur butts or just...
No, just bare butts.
Yeah.
Just butts.
Do all primates have like bare butts and then only fur on the other? I don't know. This is not something I really need to know. It's just curiosity.
I think it usually is. I don't know. We're still working on just like evolution and what makes the difference in primates, like Old World and New World monkey stuff in class. We haven't actually talked specifically about certain species. But it's a super cool thing. We literally just go into the lab. The lab TAs take us through prosection, which is just where they dissect something beforehand. They dissect a macaque, like we will be doing. They do a chimpanzee, which is rough to look at because chimpanzees have been endangered for like a couple decades. So we have one that's older than most kids in the class, like been dead for 20 something years.
So this thing's just been like formaldehyde and
it's
preserved.
just been preserved as best as it can.
How do you dissect that thing even further?
You don't. It's been dissected and they just take you through. Yeah. But like the muscles are just like shriveled so that they don't actually connect with their origins anymore where they've been cut. So it's like, yeah, if this had more flesh on it, it would make it here and that's where it would connect. But you just kind of have to imagine. And then there's just like, there was one thing where it's like, yeah, it's missing, but this would be right here. And then we have
someone stole that and
pesky kids, right?
Yeah.
And we have a human cadaver that says it's just someone who donated the body to science. So if you're wondering what donating your body to science is, it's literally just you're dissected wherever your body ends up.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I'm an organ donor. I hope I am. I'm pretty sure I put that on my license.
I know I did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
don't want my stuff going to waste.
Most likely you'll end up in a med school gross anatomy class, but because UB has like a super huge bank. Like I think it was 18 people by the time this class started in the end of January that had passed away and ended up at UB.
I mean, this is an appropriate question. Is it mostly older people or is it younger people that are the cadavers?
Ours is 87 or 83, I think.
Okay.
So I don't know the percentage of young to old. I'd imagine, I would hope a majority are old.
Right. Yeah.
But I could not tell you.
Yeah.
But it's super interesting. This guy had a pacemaker, so you can actually see it. Like, we didn't see the actual pacemaker, but we could see the lump of where it was. Because when you're uses this, your body is, like, not mummified, but, like, close to it, where you're drained and, like, dried, and your skin, like, clenches down.
Yeah.
And you lose pretty much all of, like, your fleshy movie stuff, and you're left with just muscle, skin.
Like Chalk's hands, rock climbing.
Yeah. Really kind of like that.
Yeah.
Most of your...
It's an 800 number, don't
worry. Yeah, most of your just water and stuff is taken out and drained and all that, and just formaldehyde it up so that you don't rot and stink.
Yeah.
But, you smell like formaldehyde, so...
Great smell.
But it's super interesting. Like, you'd see the little lump of where his pacemaker is, and we've gone through so far, like, chest, so pectoralis major, minor, gotten into deltoid in the human, and we've gotten to the back.
Yeah.
It's weird, because, like, it is a comparative lab, so, like, you go through and it's like, yeah, here's this muscle in the monkey, and, like, these two muscles, and most of the time it's, like, these two, and then in humans it's kind of like, those are all one muscle, it's, like, real big. Because, like, we use it for different stuff.
Right.
We're not swinging tree to tree.
Yeah, we don't need... Well, I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
It's super cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I wonder if I would donate, like... Because what the heck? Phone. I'm never going to get myself buried, because, one, why? Waste of space. But also I've heard, like, getting you turned into ashes is, like, just as harmful to the atmosphere, because it's, like, you're releasing all of these fumes. And then, but there was one, or what are they doing now? They freeze you with liquid nitrogen.
And shatter you?
Yeah, and then they vibrate the table, like, at the super high frequency, and then you just turn into dust and then sift down.
That's got to be awesome and sort of terrifying to watch.
Yeah, you're just a person getting frozen and then just, like, crumbling. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But... Or I saw it was, like, you can just get, like, turned into tree nutrients.
I don't want to be a tree.
Nah?
Nah.
They're important.
I don't want to be a tree.
Why not? I mean, you're not going to be the tree.
Yeah, no.
You're going to be tree food.
I don't want my nutrients. It's going to be a shitty tree, and people are going to be like, oh, look at Zach. He made such a shitty tree.
Look at Ben's tree next to Zach's tree.
Look at that completely average
They
tree.
both died at the same time in a pistol duel with each other.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to go.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Muskets?
Blunderbuss.
Yeah, that. Okay.
Put the scrap in, hope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I grabbed the mouse. So I can do the
shaky shake.
Yeah.
I just need to adjust the screen.
You really do. You've
brightness.
needed to do it for like a year now.
Yeah, but it's just like it's energy efficient to not.
Also, I think we're like right around the year mark.
Yeah.
Like February we started this.
I got it I think we started
For your
literally
birthday.
a week after my birthday.
So we've passed it.
Yeah, it would have been around February 9th-ish or maybe a little bit later. Yeah, so it's probably been over. Congrats! Hey! We made it past a year. Wow.
What a year it's been. Let's take a look back. Ben, edit in the audio from all the other...
I'm just going to put in like a compilation of every time I made you awkwardly talk and not know that the podcast had started.
I hate you.
I'm not doing that.
Because you're lazy and a bad editor.
No. How about... Because I'll just do that, and I know you don't want it. So that'll be my only thing I'll do if I edit. I'll try to put a moving picture, and I'll look up how to do that stuff.
Yes.
It's not as easy as you think.
I know it's not as easy. In my head, it's just, all right, this frame, we're going to have it here, and then like move it a couple, and then it's here. I know it's not actually that.
No.
In my head, it's that simple. In reality, I know it's not, but I'm still going to imagine it's that simple, and you should do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad we timestamp. I don't ever listen to the podcasts anymore. I mean, I listen to every single one. All the way through. As should you.
Yeah.
People. Or parts,
we'll
whatever you enjoy.
Eventually, we'll have an ad in like the middle and towards the end. Hopefully, maybe.
You have to have like over 1,000 subscribers before you can start monetizing.
We can get that.
I mean, yeah.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I know, Ben.
Yeah. Here's the plan. Get big on YouTube, and then...
How's it only been 42 minutes?
I'll use my YouTube money, because all we've talked about is trombones, rock climbing, and dead monkeys.
Yeah. That's the title of this podcast.
Trombones, rock climbing, and dead monkeys. It is a cute little monkey.
Yeah.
Makes it rough. I'm glad we have like cheesecloth that goes around the face and the hands, because the hands are so adorable. Also, we have a very tiny monkey.
That's like my cat that I had to dissect in high school had the fucking biggest head.
Oh, my cat was gross in high school. Like, ran over by a car.
Mine was in complete intact, but mine had a giant head, like boulder-sized head. This thing was like this big as of a head. I was like, holy crap, why are you a massive cat? So we named him Rocky. Not appropriate. And then one girl kept pushing on the intestines to try to make it poop. It's weird.
Yes.
Very weird.
Yes. That is...
It's like, why are you doing that? I don't know. Sorry, for some people probably like, don't dissect cats. I'm like, sorry.
They're already dead.
They're already dead.
Like, I mean, mine was a literal roadkill.
Yeah.
I mean, not like tire track roadkill, but it definitely got hit by a car or something.
Yeah.
There was definitely internal bleeding at some point.
No kidding.
Oh, it was the worst. You couldn't see anything.
Why
did
so
you much
get
dry
that?
blood?
Why did you get that cat?
Don't ask me.
There was like 50 other cats.
There was literally we're just like, here, we'll take this cat.
I don't know, but I'm just like, how did they not just get it from the specie?
I don't know.
Right? Specie.
I mean, maybe the cat got hit by a car and they're like, oh, it's still alive. Let's take the SPCA for some reason. And then they were like, we can't do anything. This cat's literally just bleeding internally.
Yeah. Speaking of bleeding internal, never mind. That's not a good segue, but I need to talk about this film. Okay. So,
also, wait. For those of you who are like, why would you dissect monkeys? Why would you use monkeys just for that? These are just medical monkeys used for research. We don't actually know where they came from. And, yeah, it's not like they were just killed and like, oh, perfect. we have our hall for the UB comparative primate anatomy class.
Welcome to...
After used in research, monkeys can't be just released into the wild because they will usually probably have something wrong with them.
Or just die because they don't know how to
also
be
that
a monkey.
They were bred just to do that.
Yeah.
So, and it's like the utmost respect is shown for anything that is dissected or anything live used in
anything. Yeah.
It's
life. Anyone that's like in the medical field, especially dealing with being a doctor, understands what life is.
Yeah. Evolutionary biology. My freshman year, we had a lab for it, and one of it was like it was kind of like here's how you prepare a hypothesis and do experiments that you get taught in every goddamn lab you take. And it was literally just like we had these little pill bugs, like the little ones that roll up, like the little roly-polies.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, have them race to one end and then
kill them.
No.
Oh.
If you killed any of them, it's an automatic fail for the lab. So the entire year lab.
Wait, what? So you had real ones, live pill bugs, and you just had to make them race?
Yep.
And
you just kind of push, if they don't go, you just kind of push them.
Oh,
and they start going.
So, but if someone jokingly just crushed one,
oh yeah, you fail. You fail. You kicked out of lab.
Wow, that's cool.
And any pill bug used in these experiments, they have a little garden for them in the biology department, and they just go there for the rest of their lives. That's the only thing they ever do. And then they hang out in this garden. Then they get all their food.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally just
garden.
And these are pill bugs.
Yeah. That's cool. Wow. Huh.
Yeah. Rats get the same treatment a lot of times in labs if they're not used for cancer research, and unfortunately have to be given cancer.
Yeah. I remember we got back in high school. We had retired rats that were given to one of our AP bio teacher had rats that were super adorable, just chilled out.
So
dudes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're hand raised and rats are awesome. Did you ever come over when I don't think me and you were hanging out as much. My brother and his wife had a couple rats at one time, and rats are super freaking smart animals. They're so smart and intelligent and just kind if you raise them well. A lot of rodents are. But my brother was keeping them at our house, and he went away because he travels a lot. And he was like, can you just, watch them for a weekend? So I'd have people come over and come check out the rats because they're super awesome. And, these were the rats that we got. I mean, thinking about how kind it is for your medical people to treat the rats kindly. Some people just buy mice and rats to just feed to their snakes live. Not even frozen ones, but but I get it. It's if you want a snake and you gotta feed it, but I could never. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so clearly I don't have the way. I'm not gonna be I'm a vegetarian. Here, snake, eat this. So I got to take care of these rats, but they were just so fucking chill and massive. But they were albino rats, so just the white and red eyed and really cute and were so nice. And we John came over, I'm pretty sure. I think James did too. I don't know, but we would just go into that tiny room that's my mom's office now. Close the door and just let them out, and they're just kind of chill and run around. And then they would just go investigate. They would just I wonder if I can crawl up to this. No, I can't crawl. All right, time to move on to something else. They're just so curious little creatures, but I don't know what the point of this was. Just the rats are super cool and super smart. And
this is the same with my hamster, Ray Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, he was adorable. He would always he wouldn't always, but he would occasionally get out of the cage.
Yeah.
And he would go to the same spot. It was just this little corner of my parents' closet, and he would and it would happen in the middle of the night, everyone's sleeping. And he would just take a little bit of the little stuff you put in their cage, little wood chips or whatever to cushion. He would take it. He would take some into the corner, and then he'd come back and get some more and bring it. And then he'd get some food and bring it. And he would just camp out there. And every time it's oh, he's not in his cage. God damn it! Because you have to go to the closet. You have to move stuff out of the corner. There he is. And they just pick him up. It's he's the laziest little shit. So it's oh god, he didn't even move when you were there. He's Yep, that was a good vacation. Time to go back to the old grind and just run on the wheel for 8 hours. And it's like, you are the coolest hamster, but why do you have to do
They're
this?
so weird. The rodents are the weirdest animals, but oh god. I had you just made me think. I had a hamster named Wilson.
Really?
And I named it from the volleyball from Castaway. Yeah. But Wilson had a escape attempt, like very serious. Somehow, at some point of time, and I was really young, so I think like my parents were still doing my laundry. I was like young. Like I started doing my laundry like when I was like 9 or 8. Like it's pretty young when I started doing it. Besides the point, I don't know why I'm defending myself. He somehow managed to get into my laundry, and then the laundry was picked up, and we had a laundry chute. So they opened the door, put the clothes in the laundry chute, went down the laundry chute, and he's surrounded by clothing, so he just kind of slid down and fell on more laundry padding. And then there was a door hatch that you would open from the ceiling, and more laundry. The laundry would fall out, and it'd be right next to like the washer and dryer. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But like we were just like looking for the hamster everywhere. We're like, oh man, we can't find it. And it hadn't been a long time. It was not like 5 days later we found a dead hamster. Opened the thing. It was like an hour later, falls out, and then like we picking it up, and the hamster just like emerges out of the clothing. We're like, what the frick, dude? Like this is like a prison thing where they're trying to escape out of the clothing bins.
We've done it. Go.
Oh god, no, I've been had. Like so dumb. I hated Wilson. I loved Wilson.
I like.
He was my first pet.
Yeah, hamsters are such a cool pet, and like like cats and dogs, best pets you could probably.
Oh yeah, those are like grown-up pets. Though.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'll get into that in a second.
I think hamsters are good for it. I had Ray when I was like 3rd grade, 4th grade, and we had him for a few years. Yeah. Like my sister had a hamster named Buddy. He was the worst hamster. He bit you whenever you tried to like touch him or anything.
That's the only thing I was gonna say with kids. I mean, usually with like dogs and cats are a bigger responsibility, but they force you to take on that responsibility where they're so big. Where when you have a hamster, like they're such a tiny thing, and you some people can just literally keep them in cages and feed them when they need to be fed. Yeah. And, like never take them out and never socialize them. So then in that way, sometimes it's better to have a more responsible person taking care of like those rats. Rats can be also a-holes. But if they're hand trained, they are the just chillest, like, I'm going to sniff your ear and be super nice and then crawl away. Like,
yeah, Ray was literally just like, I'd have him out all the freaking time, just like watching TV in my room, and I would just like do the thing where he climbs around your hand, you just kind of twist it and move hands and do that. Yeah. I would do that for hours, and then like, or I'd put him in his ball and let him run around and just like, oh, you can't go there. Oh, you can't go there. And I was just playing with him that way.
Yeah. This is before the second floor. Like, no, Ray!
Well, yeah, he was in... Yeah, that was my room, my downstairs room. Yeah. The guest room now. Oh. But, yeah, I used to live in that room. It's hell, because, like, the fireplace goes on in the winter, and it gets hot. And the vent literally is right above the bed. Yeah. No matter where you put the bed. It's just hot air radiating in and blowing in from the top. Summer's nice, though. Yeah. Get cold air blowing on you from the top. Hot as balls.
It's a comfy bed.
That wasn't my bed.
I've used it. Oh, never mind. It's like my bed. I always take that bed anywhere else. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. See you.
Yeah, that's not my bed. That was an addition for it being a guest room. It used to be blue and gold and like Sabres colors and stuff like that. Yeah. Now it's that green.
Wakes you up in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, blinds you, really.
Nice after a hangover, and you're like, where am I? Why is it 4 o'clock and I'm awake? Yeah. The slightest glimpse of sunlight illuminates the room into like a glow chamber.
It's the opposite of Adam's room, which is that dark forest green that just, like, light hits it and disappears. Yeah, it's just absorbed.
Light can't travel all the way to the back end of the room. It's so dark.
It's like, and then my parents put in the, like, not fluorescent, but like the lights that are supposed to be like use less energy or whatever. But yeah, they like the sockets they were in didn't really work for it because you turn them all the way up, and then you get this very dim light in this dark green room.
Perfect.
And it's like, I'll come back in 5 minutes when the lights are ready to work.
Oh yeah, isn't that incandescence take a while to warm up?
Yeah, I think that was it. And it's literally just like
take a while to warm up. I think
it's just like, yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
My room used to be the same way, but because like the top half was the bright yellow, like gold Sabres colors,
yeah,
it was like that's fine. Like a little bit of light will light it up, and the dark blue absorbs it, so it's not too bright.
Yeah, I know. Like, I always have actually enjoyed interior design a little bit and all that, but I know it's like for most room colors and designs, it's like basically you want like one well, now I feel like an idiot because I don't remember the name, but it's like if you're gonna pick a color that's dark, really you only want that color basically on one wall, and that's just like the character wall. That's not the word for it, but it's like I would make that wall right there dark blue, and the rest would be this white color, beige, off-white, seashell thing, just so that way the room is still freaking bright, but like that way you can have like one kind of darker wall. But you know, if
my
you
house,
want to add color,
the living room's the same way. It's got like that dark brownish on the like room side, like my room and Adam's room side, and then it's the lighter beige around everywhere else.
Yeah, that's usually the smarter way to do. Where you like literally go to any middle school or like high schooler's room that hasn't painted the room forever, and like all the walls are purple.
Yeah,
and you're like, welcome to my room. I can't see anything.
Yeah, my room is I have like a little room with my like outlet kind of not thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little like if the room was a square, there's just a little bump on one corner where there's just extra room. Yeah. So I have my desk there, and that's like blue, dark blue, not dark. This weird.
I don't ever pay attention to the color of that.
It's weird darkish blue and
alcove,
gray, like vertical stripes, because that's how Courtney had it with pink and white. High school colors.
Nice.
And one wall was pink and white polka dots. That's solid now.
Multiple textures going on. Impressive patterns.
All pink and white. That's how she had it. It's blue and gray now. Like darker tones, but not like forest green dark like Adam's room. And then there's just like 2 gray walls and then 2 blue walls. It's nice. It's nice.
Interior design.
Get some character.
Yeah, it's cool. I am excited to have like a house or an apartment that I'm allowed to like. I know a lot of apartments, it's like if you paint it, even if it is basically an improvement, but with the paint job you've done, you have to paint it back to these colors because that's how the houses or apartments are supposed to sell, because it's like generic or whatever, and that's how you're going to get your security deposit back. But
is by buying more paint.
Because my brother had to do that, because my oldest brother, he painted like one wall, like, and it was like a tiny wall, so luckily it wasn't much, but he painted like orange, just for like a little brightness for like his dining room or living room. I can't remember. He's had like 17 apartments. But I remember like having to like help him move out, and he was like almost done. He's like, I just got to finish painting the rest of this wall. I was like, half painted, and then he's like, but we're all really good at painting houses in this family. I used to do that for jobs. I've painted like several. Yeah, I've painted entire like giant 3-story houses like down like on Vine and Walnut, like down there. My dad used to know this guy was a landlord, and we would do jobs for him. So I'd like paint the inside of the apartments he owned, I'd paint the outsides. It was a good time. It wasn't a good time.
No. My dad always liked to tell me, because we have a very large yard, and so growing up I'd have to rake the leaves from like 4 originally gigantic, not oak or maple trees or something, just huge, like, and you only see 2 of them.
Right.
There used to be one where the garage is right now, and one closer to my neighbor's, like the bigger yarded neighbor's house.
Sure.
And then there was the one that's next to the driveway that's still there, and then the one on the corner of the house, and then there used to be 2 more pine trees. And so fall and spring would be raking all of the fallen branches and leaves. And I always wanted Dad to get one of those cool bags on the end of the lawn, like you put on the lawnmower that just collects everything behind it.
They don't work. They fill up every like 20 feet. You're like, oh, bag's full. Gotta empty it. Bags full again. You just put it on, yeah.
Look, anything would be better.
Yeah.
Then, nope, rake it all into one gigantic pile, or several gigantic piles.
Oh, I've been there.
Bring a garbage can over.
Not as big as yours, but...
Fill the garbage can, and do that 12 times, and bring it to the fire pit. And then it would be nice because you'd have a gigantic fire, and me and Adam would just get to fucking play with fire for a little bit.
Oh, playing with fire.
Yeah. Oh, children playing with fire. And then we'd help our neighbors sometimes, do.
Yeah.
Not the one neighbor, because they had the bag and the lawnmower.
Resentment.
I shouldn't be resentful because they also had the plow that they plowed our driveway with. So
they had all the toys.
Yeah. It was super nice.
I want one of those mini snowplow cars. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like the little carts that got the windshields around and it's got the snowblower attached at the end and you just can drive it.
You know that's not a car, right? That's literally just a snowblower with a little shield on it.
Yeah, that has... No, but there's ones that you can sit in that have, like, wheels, and you can just drive them, but it has a snowblower, which is like, why not just get a plow? But it's cool. It's like a little go-kart.
Mr. Quast has a snowblower attached on the front of one of his lawnmowers.
What?
Yeah, it's a little snowblower. That's just basically put on the front of his lawnmower.
Interesting.
Yeah. So then it's got just a little like rod that comes back, and you just like pull it, or there's a
pull the
button
lever
or something, and it just goes, and you just do that.
Oh.
And it's got the little moving thing.
Huh.
It's cool. I would love to do that. I think he also has a 4-wheeler with a plow on it. Maybe.
That seems cool.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, that seems fun. Yeah.
It's like,
fuck crap.
All right, we have created the ramp. Let's go.
I've always wanted to ride on a snowmobile.
Yes.
Like, so bad. Well, anything. I've never done jet skis. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Like, I think literally the last podcast. I've never done jet skis, but like no snowmobile. No fun vehicles. My dad used to have motorcycles, but that's it. So
I've ridden on a dirt bike. Yes, at my cousin's house in Akron. They used to have a dirt bike. I've ridden on a 4-wheeler. Because my cousin cousin in Newfane used to have one.
Yeah.
Or a few. I've ridden on a snowmobile because my friend Josh had a few, and his dad would hook up a sled to the back of it on a rope.
I've seen these and I'm really jealous.
It's so fun.
Yep.
And that I've ridden on a jet ski. I've never driven a jet ski. I've never driven a snowmobile either.
Yeah.
I've never driven a snowplow either, but that's more of a job thing.
That's depending on the size you're talking about.
Yeah. I was thinking of big city ones.
Truck. No, my mom used to do motocross.
Really?
Yeah, when she was young, she had like a dirt bike and would do dirt hill jumps and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, where are all of the dirt bikes that were supposed to be in my life?
Right.
If you did motocross back in Colorado.
Colorado.
The homeland for part of my family. And then the other ones
Hungry.
The other ones took immigration, boats, and aircraft carriers. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what my family took over, but the homeland is pretty much Lockport or whatever city Starpoint is in. Town Starpoint is in.
Starpoint? Isn't Starpoint just in Starpoint?
No, that's not a name of a place.
It's in Clarence?
No, Clarence.
Are they near each other, aren't they?
No. Not at all.
They always seem like the farm towns that are near us.
Yeah, but like
Clarence, no, wait, Clarence is far away. I'm thinking of
way over there.
I'm thinking like Newfane more so than
closer than Clarence, but still not really.
I'm terrible. Like I know how to get to these places, but I don't understand their.
Clarence is 18,000 miles that way. Starpoint's that way, and Newfane's that way.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. It's weird. I'm used to thinking of from my house. But
I need to I never look at cities on the map to know I know relatively that we're just away from everything and more north than everyone, but that's it. So
yeah, I can point out that it's like, oh, here's Buffalo, Lockport's here.
Yeah.
And then I can go
Niagara
down
Falls
transit
and
then yeah, Niagara Falls just have to. Where's the Niagara River?
It's the only thing we're actually somewhat closer to than everybody else, but.
Just nice.
I never go to Niagara Falls, so no one does because don't die.
Yeah. Go to the one good park.
Near the falls.
Yeah.
I highly recommend going to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, just not the city.
Beautiful. Just stay near the falls, and you should be relatively fine if you go to their quote-unquote touristy area.
Yeah.
On the United States side.
Go to the Canada side if you really can.
It's better viewed because we actually somewhat took care of the nature-looking side of ours, where you're just looking at casinos. This is a bad time from the New York side.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
I'd say we tried, but we couldn't really try.
Nah. Yeah. Have you ever been there in the winter?
To the falls?
Yeah.
I think so.
I highly recommend it. In the winter, well, one, it's pretty brutally cold, which it's not like the funnest thing to deal with the cold, but because there's so much water precipitation and mist in the air, like all of the signs are frozen over in this glaze of ice. And the best part is when everything thaws and then they let the ice finally go over the falls, and it just sounds like thunder. When these huge ice boulders, just like come crashing over the falls, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's an always beautiful place to go to, basically, no matter what.
Yeah. But it's one of those 7 wonder things, 7 natural.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah. Been spoiled with one my entire life, so
I can't remember the other natural wonders.
Natural, isn't there like a garden, or is that one of the normal wonders?
I think
that's an ancient
the gardens
wonder.
Of Babylon are
an ancient wonder. So I don't even know the natural. There's like a waterfall in Africa. It's the
Angel Falls.
Angel Falls,
it's like super, just this long stream.
Yeah, it's not in a very like impressive waterfall, like water fallage wise, but it's just this like massive.
Yeah.
Like
just a stream of piss.
Like you're gonna die going off Niagara Falls. You're gonna die.
You're gonna die halfway down.
Angel Falls.
You're halfway down of old age going down Angel Falls.
Yeah, Angel Falls is like insane.
Is the Grand Canyon one?
Yes. I don't know. Ben, look it up and post the pictures.
Because the ancient wonders are Babylon, Colossus of Rhodes, the Great Pyramids, the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Is there 7 ancient wonders?
The Colosseum.
Oh yeah, Colosseum.
There's like 7 for each. There's like 7 ancient, 7 modern, and 7 natural.
Is it the like Forbidden City?
El Dorado. I don't know.
No, the Forbidden City in China, in Beijing.
I have no clue.
I think it might be that. And then I think it's the big ass racetrack.
Oh yeah, I remember. This is taking us completely off of this discussion.
Right.
But speaking of internal bleeding again.
Oh yeah, that's what I was like. What was Ben going on?
So we saw Black Panther recently. This isn't a spoiler for Black Panther, by the way, with the internal bleeding.
He does some internal bleeding.
The director of Black Panther, which we saw the movie, it's really good.
Died of internal bleeding?
Yeah, he died of it. No. Ryan Coogler, great director. He hasn't made too many films so far, but all of them have been amazing. He made Black Panther. He made Creed, which is the Rocky spin-off sequel. And then he made I think he made 2 other movies, but there's definitely the one I know he made for sure, is Fruitvale Station. So all of them have had Michael B. Jordan in them. Michael B. Jordan plays Killmonger in Creed.
I always say
Black Panther.
I always say Warmonger, and I'm like, nope, that's Rhodey.
Yeah, it's weird that they had Warmonger, Killmonger. But yeah, he plays Warmonger, Black Panther. He plays Adonis Creed in Creed.
What a fucking name!
Yeah, it's awesome.
Imagine being named Adonis. Like, I can't fail.
It's a sick name. I mean, like, Apollo is a sick name.
Yeah.
Like, they all have good names in the Rocky. Like,
just name yourself after a Grecian god or demigod.
I mean, even if you think about, like, yes, Rocky Balboa is a cool name. Sylvester Stallone is a sick name. Like, but besides the point. So I really love his films. Like, I thought Black Panther was great. Creed is one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, all right, I'm going to watch Fruitvale Station. I've heard really good things about it. And I know it's based off of true stories, and it's about, like, black violence, and not, like, black violence perpetuated by black people, but, like...
Violence upon
them. But Fruitvale Station is a real event that happened, and it was one of the first. I wouldn't say one of the first, but one of the bigger ones where if this isn't a spoiler. I mean, it's a known event, and two, they show the raw footage right at the beginning of the film. But these cops like pulled these black men off a train because there was some dispute that happened on the train, and they like grabbed these black guys, threw them off the train, and were like punching them and shoving them and doing illegal things. These cops, and then the character played by Michael B. Jordan. Which I feel really bad because I'm forgetting the real man's name right now. He dies. He gets killed by one of the cops. But the whole movie just follows that day, and what events were known to have happened to him while he was just living his life right before the events that led up to him being killed,
murdered.
And it's just. If you're ever interested in film, and that's why I think you should really watch Fruitvale Station in
UGC 221.
Yeah,
my Blacks in Films class.
Yeah, I think you should bring that up to him. It's an incredible film, but it creates Ryan Coogler is amazing at creating empathy for characters, even in Black Panther. Everyone's talking the buzz about Killmonger is the best villain because you can see what he you understand him and you feel his pain and you just see that he has the right ideas, just going about it the wrong way.
Killing mongering.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the same in this movie. One, the guy's character isn't a bad guy. He's not a crazy, insane psychopath. But you just see this man's life and you understand him. It was all just a misunderstanding based off of hate and prejudice from other people. And it's watching a movie like this and seeing it's I understand now why African American people. And I'm not I know I'm not in the place to say a lot of things from where I am being a white guy, but I understand why they don't like cops for the most part. You see things like this happen where it's just at the end part of the film, he's on the train with a bunch of people and they're going to celebrate New Year's and they're coming back and he's walking and he gets in a fight with this guy because it was the dude he met in prison and they didn't get along. So the dude punches him in the face and a fight kind of breaks out. So then the train gets stopped and we're pulling off people because of the fight, and then this cop comes by who's just this dick and he's who was in the fight, and then so they tell the main character dude to go hide back on the train and just take the train down, hop off somewhere else, and then get back somehow. So he gets back onto the train. The cop walks in the train, sees that he is a black man surrounded by all these other people, grabs him, rips him off the train, and shoves him against the wall while they're talking to him, and they're just trying to communicate, and they're you can't hold us here, we didn't do anything, and they're getting shoved to the ground, and eventually another cop comes and they're arresting them even though nothing had happened, and all of his friends were getting arrested too, and he was resisting getting arrested because he's I didn't do anything, and you hear him do that, and then this guy who was trying to pull his arm reaches back, grabs his pistol and just shoots him in the back, and it just blows your mind that happens. And it had usually those based off true stories have those end dialogue things where it's how he died and what happened, but they said that cop was charged with first-degree homicide, first-degree murder. When he went to court, he just said that he had mistaken his pistol for a taser, so he meant to shoot him with a taser, and then got only charged with first-degree manslaughter instead, and was going to only have to serve 2 years in prison, and he got out after 11 months.
Yep. It's and that's the kind of stuff I know we're gonna end up watching in that class. What we've watched so far, we've watched 3 documentaries. One of them was on use of the N-word, and it's basically the history of it and people's feelings of it, and it was directed in 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
We watched a different documentary just on misrepresentation. I think I talked about this one last podcast, I would have seen it. Just misrepresentation and underrepresentation of African Americans in films.
Yeah.
The third one was on the like 5 main like stereotypes portrayed in films of black people, and how it was basically like it started from like minstrel shows where they're like, they came up with like, I think it was like the Mammy character, like Aunt Jemima, basically, and the Sambo, which is like happy, like, and all these are like people, like characters on a plantation, as like happy, like lazy black guy, always smiling and like playing music and that, and never doing work, just happy to be a slave. And that's pretty much like those two characters were like, white people were doing these shows in blackface and being like, look, they like being slaves. They're happy. Look, this is how they actually act. And people in the North were like, oh, that's fine. That sounds great. And then there's 2 other characters, or 3 others. One is the Pickaninny, I think, which is like just children that are just black kids that are like the nappy hair, like sticking up everywhere and running around, like they always picture them with animals. They're more like cartoony, like from the early 1900s. But and then there's 2 characters that are they're bad. I can't remember their names. I can't remember what they're like called, but it's basically like, here's what happens when black people are free, and it's like savagery and shit, and it's like, oh yeah, we shouldn't let them be free. And it's like, you guys are the dumbest people in the world.
Yeah.
How dumb are people? Just...
it's infuriating. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah,
it's...
And I hate just how dumb people... Like... Cause
people are dumb.
Just... Like, we'd think they're mentally challenged nowadays, honestly. But... So we watched that documentary, and then we've watched 2 like movies, like actual not documentaries. One was from the 40s called Stormy Weather. It's basically just made to showcase like talents of African Americans. So it's like Ada Brown, who's this beautiful singer, Lena Dunham, who is a singer,
also modern day
not
writer.
And then there's Fats Waller, who was like a pianist, and the main character was Bill Robinson, who was like a tap dancer.
Yeah.
Who was just like awesome to watch, like do his routine. And then there were 2, like the Nicholas brothers, who were acrobatic tap dancers.
I've seen them.
They literally
terrifying how
like there was this big like staircase up to the center.
Yep.
And they go down it by going down and doing a split on the step, and then the guy above him jumps down to the step below where that guy does, and lands in a split, and they do that down the staircase, and it's just like, where is your nutsack?
I know, and they just land like boing, and
it's like
woo.
And I was looking at their faces. I'm like, you've got to be in pain.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Yeah, I've seen that. I watched it. I was like, what the heck?
And that's just their routine.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
It was incredible.
In that movie, like the music in it, there was one song that was, I think it was in Jersey Boys. Like that's where I remember it from, but I can't think of the like what one it was. But I mean, I know it couldn't have. I mean, when was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons a thing? Was that before the 40s?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but it was like it was definitely a song that either Jersey Boys used, or was originally in Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons set. Anyway, that was super awesome. And then we watched a silent film that was like the first actual like black independent movie. Like it was all black actors. It was a white director and producer, I think. But like all black actors, and like it had like most movies like that were comedies, and this one was like an actual plot. I don't think he ever told us the name of it, which sucks because I'm gonna have to go back and watch it somehow. But I think it was from the like Prohibition era 20s kind of thing, and it was just this girl who was getting abused by her stepdad. So she goes to this boarding house and falls in love with this piano teacher, I think. And the entire movie, the piano teacher is kicking ass. Like, he saves her from her stepdad and, like, beats the shit out of him. And then his stepdad sends his friend, who's, like, this, like, big, like, almost Al Capone kind of character, but black. And before Al Capone was a thing. And it, like, he tries to, like, take her from this boarding home. Piano teacher comes downstairs, beats the shit out of him. And I'm just like, what kind of piano lessons?
Picks up a piano and hits her in the head with a piano.
And then big, like, twist at the middle of the movie. Because, like, this girl's, like, just sweet, innocent girl. Like, obviously not having the best time. He's from, like, the piano teacher's from this higher middle high class, like, above her station. So they get married, but he doesn't want to tell his mom. So he gets a message like, your mom's sick, come get her. It's fake. It's from the dad and friend. So he leaves. The dad and friend try to take her, but she got, like, he told her, like, I can't bring you to my mom because it's like you're lower class, and she's not okay with that. And Luis, the main character, who never mentioned that. Luis is just like, well, fuck that. Packs her bags and is ready to leave. And there's big altercation. Piano dude comes in with a pistol.
I was running. This was all a bait and switch.
Yeah, like, it took that long for the plan to come to fruition for the dad and the friend. And so he comes through with a pistol, and she's mad. She's like, I don't want to be married to you. I ripped up the, like, wedding paper thing and, like, all that. And I think he hits her. I wasn't paying. I was watching Stanky's stream also when this was going on, mostly.
Jesus. Perfect thing to do during a silent film.
Oh yeah, I just, like, I had my
to the words being said even.
Well, no, because I would keep my eye open and, like, look for the words when the, like, paragraph thing came onto the screen.
Switched.
And so I didn't actually see the scene, but I think that's what the writing was saying. I don't know. Sometimes I missed it. But so there's just this
Jane,
complete
you ignorant slut.
180. Piano dude gets arrested, and so Luis goes with dad's friend, and they, like, may open a speakeasy because it's Prohibition era. And so, like, she's helping him cheat at cards, like, looking at other people's cards in their mirror and, like, giving him signals on what to do. And, like, it's like, oh, like, just opens with that. And it's like, what just fucking happened? Like, sweet, innocent girl. Like, I don't know what she was going to do with the rest of her life. Just be a wife. I mean, that's the thing to do in that time, I guess. But, like, no, she's helping a gambler and, like, cheating and, like, all promiscuous and, like, scandalous for that era.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is weird. And then I stopped watching. Like, I pretty much solely watched the Stanky stream. But by the end of the movie, like, the piano guy was explaining, like, his life to the new girl that he got after prison. It was like, yeah, I had almost killed someone, or he shot her in the neck. That's what happened. He shot Luis in the neck. And so she had a scar, and she always kept it covered with a scarf. That's how I remembered. I suck at explaining things. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking during this movie, though. I know I wasn't paying attention for half of it, but I caught enough to know. And also the teacher was explaining it, like, throughout, and explaining, like, shots and how they're set up for that time, because you couldn't really move those, like, 1,000-pound cameras.
Yeah, no, it's very like a stage production.
Like, here is the shot.
Yeah, plus they didn't know how to, like, they weren't taking full advantage of the medium.
Yeah.
Where they don't think about, like, extreme close-ups and, like, reverse shots where it's, like, conversational shots and all that.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, like, we're all going to act our lines at a wide angle.
Yeah, they did actually get a couple, like, when they really, like, wanted to focus on someone, but it's not as prevalent as it is today, where most of the time you're seeing a wide shot and, like, people come in and leave and all that. But it's super cool. Like, the lighting for it was actually, for being a black and white silent film.
Well, that's what black and white films are usually incredibly well lit because it is in black and white.
Yeah.
And you aren't able to, create like backgrounds and depth without having incredibly good lighting. Where that's why actually, if you take a lot of well, not a lot, but a good amount of modern films now, if you were to make them black and white, do not look super good black and white because the lighting is not the best, because you can cheat because color helps you create depth and you can understand what's in the foreground and the background. That's why, like, the films that are super cocky mother effers that know they have good like cinematography will release a black and white edition. Logan did it, and Logan in black and white looks amazing. And then Mad Max, the new one, did
Fury Road?
Yeah, Fury Road did it's not black, it's like chrome edition, where, because it's like shiny and chromes.
Yeah.
So they did like a chrome edition, but it's just black and white. But it's that same thing where like looks gorgeous because incredible lighting, incredible shot composition, depth, shadows.
Yeah. That's
the good stuff.
Yeah. And that's what was like...
It's three-dimensional.
And they did... And, I don't know. I think it was a good movie. Like, I know I'm saying, like, oh, I was watching a video game streamer, but it was a legitimately good movie with an interesting plot for something that literally couldn't speak.
Yeah.
And it also had like a piano track put over it, which I've been fine without because it was very like looped.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those pianos were like played live too. I mean, not probably by that time they weren't doing that, but like. A lot of times it was like some piano person would be sitting in the live audience and it would just kind of be playing like, this is the chilled out nice melody. Time to switch to crazy thing.
Yeah, and just like by the end of it I was kind of like, I'd be fine without this piano, man.
Yeah.
I'd be totally fine without it. But Stanky Stream was also really good.
Talk about quality film.
Yeah. Talk about quality video game. Danganronpa. Volume 3.
What?
It's like, I don't know what genre it qualifies as. It's like an investigation game. It's like anime style, but like you're this crew, like this group of, I don't know, 14, 16 people trapped in this academy area, and there's a killing game going on. And if someone gets murdered, you have to find out who did it, or else everyone but the person who did it dies. And so you play as the ultimate detective, and
Or did you say this is Danganronpa?
Danganronpa.
Nier Automata?
V3. Oh. Yeah. Apparently, so this is the third one. Like, yeah. So, I don't know. It's super interesting to watch, and I love all of the characters that I've seen. Yeah. I did not see the first trial, but I've seen trials 2 and 3. 3 is heartbreaking.
Huh.
Because there's a very sweet character who is the purest boy in the world.
And he dies.
And he murders.
Oh.
So then he dies, because they find out that he did it.
They have to kill the murderer?
Then, well, there's a bear that is running the game. He does the murdering of the murderer.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like this.
It's is like this 2D or 3D? Like, is it like
it's
Doki
like
Doki?
Doki, like...
Okay, yeah.
But only during the trial, because, like, as you're walking around doing investigating, you kind of go and, like, you move around the academy and, like, investigate.
Oh, but so it's like a click adventure, like, you move from different screens that have, like, stuff...
No, you actually, like, walk around, like, WASD, walk around.
Oh.
Sometimes. Sometimes it is that clicking thing. There's many different phases. There's also mini games during the trial. Sure. There's a lot more than just like the Doki Doki, but it's looks super interesting and fun, and I love the story of it. Which is, I mean, the game's entirely story, so I hope it would be good. But
yeah,
it's super interesting.
Yeah,
I would love to actually do it so I'd know what happens and how this started. Because right now it's just like there's a bear holding these people hostage. Also, everyone is the ultimate something. So, like, there's the ultimate assassin who has not murdered yet.
The ultimate piano player.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm missing, like, I haven't seen, like, 3 or 4 people because they died before I joined in. But there's the ultimate detective who is your main character. And then there's the ultimate liar, I think he is. He's a dick.
Who would have thought?
He's the reason the pure boy is a murderer.
The ultimate pure boy.
The ultimate inventor. I think I think that's what she was.
The ultimate golden boy.
Probably. No, he was the ultimate entomologist. And then there was also the ultimate anthropologist. There's labs too. It's weird. It's awesome though.
It's so weird.
It's
Japanese video games.
Yeah. I kind of want to get it. I think it would be fun for like me and you and John to play.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's run by this bear, but it's like that anime bear where half of them's like cuddly teddy bear and half of them's like black, red, jagged eye, sharp tooth grin.
Like at the same time?
Yeah, like split down the middle. One side is, yeah. And then he has 5 children that are also that, but like the weird evil side is a different color and different design. It's awesome.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's unique.
It's fun. I want to play it before Stanky actually finishes it, so I'm not like spoiling any more of the game.
Yeah.
But
I'm preparing my speed run for Monster Hunter World. You know. Monster Hunter World speed run.
Yeah.
Where does that game end? No one knows.
Yeah, Slinger Stone only speedrun, right?
Yeah. Hadouken only speedrun.
I think that's released, and you need to have a save file for Street Fighter V to do it.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. I thought that's what I read, but I was like...
I saw that. I was like, time to get my Ryu thing. Street Fighter V save. What?
Time to go rent Street Fighter V.
Dumb.
Yeah. One of us needs to rent Street Fighter V and then just give it to everyone else.
Whatever. Also, John I feel so bad because like I wasn't on for the past 2 days, and of course he got it. And now he's on vacation. I don't know if he bought it or rented it. He returned Call of Duty though.
Really?
I think he was gonna sell it, and I was like, seems about right. The game is Call of Duty, and it's not that good. Like people are like, going back will help, and it's like kind of, but not at the same time. Like poor game design is still. Poor game design. So.
Yeah.
Plus the whole loot boxes is so.
If they just they did re-release COD 4, but if they just support that and give it DLC that fits COD 4. I don't know. That's all. They should have just stopped there and done like. Just give it like content or something. I don't know.
It's such a weird time to be in where it's like Call of Duty has nothing to do with like crazy RPG elements. Destiny has nothing to do with like melee combat or any of that. And it's like all of these weird games that have like super like quote unquote predatory practices with like loot boxes and like paying to win even though you've already bought a game. Like, so many people are going to Monster Hunter. It's such a weird phenomenon because it's nothing like those other games. Monster Hunter is just Monster Hunter, but it's like you hear about, like, all these Destiny streamers now play Monster Hunter and all these, you know, like, I don't even know, the Division people playing Monster Hunter. And it's such a weird, like... But it's just because it's, like, it's nothing like them, but... One, gameplay-wise, yes, nothing like them, which is, to some people, a good thing, but also just, like... The systems put in place and practices are nothing like them, and that's why it's like oh wow, a game that doesn't just try to take money from you, incredible, which is a game, very depressing to think about.
Game that we bought, well, you bought it like months before.
Yeah.
That I bought day of release.
Yeah.
Put in, did like a 2-second download. It was honestly like. It's done. Like, I was expecting, like, big download file. Nope. Literally, like probably 5 minutes, which is great.
Yeah.
Because my internet connection isn't the best, and most games take, like, 20 minutes when I first put them in.
Yeah.
Like, Call of Duty was, like, a 40-minute.
Simple game with a couple maps.
Opened it up, and it's a finished game.
Yeah.
I did not open it up and be like... Oh, I thought this was going to be, what the fuck's happening? Oh, no, this is bad. Oh, no.
Also games that I have to download, like, I remember playing, what was it, Shadow of Mordor, where it's like, welcome to the game. That's the prologue. Wait for the rest of the game to download. I mean, like, yes, it's technically a finished game, but, like, come on. Just download the whole game. Don't let me do that thing where I can just play the prologue. And then I was like, I don't want to hop back into this game now. Besides the point. But, like, yeah, it's a completely finished game. Also, like, just depressing. Like what you said, I don't know if you talked about this on the podcast, but you told it to me where it was like, you know, they released a game where you bought it at the store, and the guy who was at the place was talking about, like, do you want the purchasable...
Oh, yeah, the season pass.
The season pass for the game. Because it's just expected of video games now to have a season pass to spend more money on.
Yeah, so I go to GameStop, and I go... Because I went the day of, but it was still technically pre-order for their, like, 9 p.m. release. Yeah. And so I go, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come back later and pick it up. And he's like, oh, do you want to get the season pass for it? And I looked at him like... There's no season. There's a season pass. I mean, yeah, I'll get it because like this is gonna be a great game, but
yeah,
I don't remember the game
it's
one.
Like kind
and
of
so
a
he
bummer.
types,
like,
so he goes into his computer. He's like, oh, I'm not seeing one for the PS4. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably not seeing one for Xbox or PC either. So there's not one.
This game is
done. It doesn't exist. It's a game. There shouldn't be one anywhere, but there definitely shouldn't be one here because they like nothing. It's free. They're giving shit. When they come up with shit, they're gonna put it in. Not gonna be like, oh, $15.
$15 for every monster we add on to the game.
Yeah, what a cute. Yeah, congratulations! You just bought 4 monsters for $60 when originally it was $60 for 26 monsters.
I think 26.
Cool.
Yeah. No. But all DLC, all DLC will be free. You know, because we bought a full game for $60, which is not a laughable price.
It's not, and that's what I thought about. Like,
and that game only sold it sold like 7. It's almost a 7 million copies sold, which is not bad. But like, think about Call of Duty and the amount of copies they sell, and they still do season passes. So it's like, and it's like, not enough money was made off of our game that sold freaking 30 million copies, or I mean, maybe that's less or more. But then we're also going to make you do season. Like, what game was it that I freaking saw that was pre-purchasable? I think it was the new Call of Duty, and you could spend like $100. There was like $100 version. Yep. The platinum version.
Yeah,
like,
there's there's always like there's version 1, which is the $60. Hey, you bought a game, but it's not going to be finished.
Yeah, and or you're going to be severely missing out on crap, and like you're going to have a rough start to the game.
And then there's the like $70 or $80.
The silver
Here's
version.
Your season pass.
Yeah,
like gold version. Oh, you're getting a season pass and like I don't know
a
poster or like a fucking action figure.
A gun that's gonna make you better than everyone near the beginning. And then,
and then there's.
But don't worry, it won't matter in the end game. But it's like still, fuck you.
And then there's the $100 platinum version, and you get a free RC car or some dumb shit.
You get this portable headphone, and
we're gonna give you we're gonna give you one of the shitty Xbox headsets, but we're gonna put our logo on it.
God, I hate.
It's dumb. It really is. I know we've talked about this general idea of AAA sucks, but Capcom's doing it right. They're AAA, right?
Capcom's not doing it right. Monster Hunter's branch of Capcom is doing it right, because apparently Capcom sucks balls. But
whoever's running Monster Hunter,
it's like Monster Hunter is somehow just untouched by the rest of Capcom, and they're allowed to do whatever they want because they're so successful. Especially like, yeah, that game's like sold however many, but like Japan is Monster Hunter is so big in Japan, like. Just people lining outside, like huge lines to get the games when they come out.
There's a lot of people waiting in GameStop for Lockport when I went and got it.
Oh, you went to the one in Lockport?
Yeah. There's a good amount of people.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of them, which sucked. Or else I would have been like, hey.
Dude, let's play. Yeah.
Just my gamer tag. Because people in Lockport who I know on PS4. 3.
Yeah. I remember when I was super social, like when I first got my PlayStation 4, and I like started adding all these people on Overwatch, and then it's just like, all of you suck, actually.
Yep, all deleted.
I have to remove so many people. But whatever.
Yep. And I remember back when I played Call of Duty, and I would like be on at 4 a.m. and like, oh yeah, like, and there was this group of people that I played with who were like from Alabama and fucking like Like one was like Kentucky or something.
Yeah.
And like I played with them for like a good few months, and it was fun. Like I had a lot of fun, but like nowadays I'd never do that. People suck.
Yeah.
Not like at the game, well, at the game, but also just in general, just suck. Like the Fendos or whatever that Josh plays with, who carried him to fucking Diamond, sucks as a human being. Just hate him.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're just shitty to people
like,
online for no reason.
Yeah, that's like my brother joined a Discord from like a game review company. It's called Giant Bomb. I brought up Giant Bomb before.
I think so.
But they're a game review company, but they also have like guilds in several different games, and you can basically find it for any game that's online multiplayer. So he found a Discord for Destiny 2 and like met all these really cool people. And like that's like the only way, like when you find like people with comment, like all of them like Giant Bomb or like into that, and they're like if you watch Giant Bomb, it's like a certain kind of people will watch Giant Bomb, usually like pretty chilled out people for the most part. So like all of the people that I've met that are his friends now because of that Discord are super chill. But any person I meet randomly online is just like a weird psychopath.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. But like I was just playing with my brother yesterday on Monster Hunter, and it was like when you invited me, but I was helping his friend too. And he's like his friend was like the chillest dude. Just like super nice and like, you know. Those
are the dudes when I played Call of Duty. Like, I don't know why. They were just the nicest people I'd ever met.
Yeah.
Especially on Call of Duty, of all places.
Yeah.
And, like, one of them was, like, he was, like, 20-something. And this is when I was, like, 12. Or, like, 15 or something.
Yeah.
And, like, we'd be in a lobby, and he'd just be like, oh, yeah, I got it. My wife's calling me. I was like, oh, fucking. Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird feeling as a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's like what my brother's. All of his friends are like that. Where like, you know, they're like, yeah, my wife, or you know, and then my brother says it too. He's like, it's just like I'm going out with my wife, you know. So it's just like, you know, but and it's cool because it's like that's the age group. I feel like our age group kind of sucks with video games, but like those, you go up like another 5 years from us. Those are the people that were playing like the NES, and the Super NES, and like they were the first gaming generation. Really, I mean, yes, there's the whole arcade generation of people, but like they were the young kids that were raised and have been through it. So, not saying they have necessarily like a greater appreciation of games, but they just seem to be more like they're doing it because they just like playing video games. Yeah, it's chilled out, and it's not like
that's pretty much how my brother is. He doesn't do online as much. Or at all. I don't think he even has like a gold membership for Xbox, but he enjoys the shit out of video games.
Yeah,
because like, and it's probably really good because he can like unwind after studying for 12,000 hours.
Yeah.
But like he plays Destiny 2 offline. Has never been like bombarded with the trash online on that game. He's watched me play Overwatch, and he probably thinks it's a fun game. I'm not gonna suggest it to him.
Yeah, I want to suggest it to anyone
because he doesn't have online. One, so it's
not playable.
Yeah,
literally cannot play the game.
Two, God, I never want to talk. I have not talked to anyone playing Overwatch that wasn't you or Josh in months, and I have an appreciation for that game that I didn't have before. Still don't like to play it that much. I get like 2 games in, and then I'm good for a week.
Even if like you win. It's
I went on and just won 2 times in a row. I was like, that was pretty good. Done. We're ending it there.
It's a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
Even the victory will be bittersweet. Seriously, though, like, I'll get games where we win, and I'm, like, just frustrated with that game, where it's like, that didn't even feel good, even if I played well. Where, I don't know, it's just so hostile.
And like, that's the thing of it is when it's like you lose, or it's like a rough win where like you carried the team, or even worse, you like, just got carried.
It shouldn't have been that hard to win.
Yeah. It's like if that like fucking Devo wasn't flying off the map and saying hello to everyone, the game would have been set. But we had a dumbass. We had We had fucking Goofy over here.
And all it takes is one when you're only doing a 6v6 game, which, like, I understand, like, I think 6v6 is a perfect number for Overwatch. Doesn't need to have more, but, like, when 1/6 of your team is gone, that's, like, a huge fraction.
And a team game.
You know, whereas opposed to Call of Duty where it's, like, 16 versus 16, you can have 4 people, or not 4, but, like, you know, a few guys that suck on your team because the majority are going to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Usually Call of Duty, one guy carries for the rest of the team anyway, but, like...
my favorite time playing Call of Duty was when we would get into Team Tactical. It would be 4v4, doing, like, search and destroy.
Yeah, those are fun when you have, like, good people to play with.
Yeah.
But, like, those games reward you for playing where you have a team-based shooter in Overwatch that doesn't reward you for playing with your friends.
Yeah.
It's just, like...
It's incredible.
Play by yourself.
And also,
only try to win for yourself.
Yeah, also have fun matchmaking, but also you're going to be punished even when you're by yourself. You're punished. It's punishment, the game. But I was watching...
Masochist.
I was watching an ITDQD stream, and he got into a match, and it was him. Like, he was, like, at rank 109 in top 5.
Yeah.
4 masters at, like, the 3900 range. And a grandmaster.
Yeah.
And then on the other team, it was like 5 grandmasters and a master. And it's just like, how is that? He also queued in for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was the balanced match that took 10 minutes.
Did he win?
No, God no. It was frustrating to watch for him.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just him trying his best, and then he gets punished. I think he lost 28 SR.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about this game anymore. Monster Hunter's cool. Oh yeah, so we can give more of a comprehensive... I'm not saying we need to go as in depth as we talked about with Monster Hunter.
Prepare for another hour and a half of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, no, what was the title of we said this podcast was going to be? It's like Trombones, something, and Chimpanzees. I'll just listen to the recording.
It was Trombones, something dead monkeys.
Okay.
Well,
I'll look back and re-listen.
It's not that hard to find. It's probably like 15, or not 15, but
it's like 40 minutes
in.
Yeah. No, what were we talking?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. So more comprehensive review. So I think we had just kind of gotten our hands on it relatively. We were like 3 days in, because it was that weekend we played.
Yeah, I think we were on to.
Probably by high rank by then, but like
we definitely didn't fight Xeno'jiiva.
Yeah. So
no. I think I fought Xeno'jiiva.
Yeah.
And you hadn't yet.
Yeah. So more comprehensive review. Game is great. Game has some glaring issues, but a lot of it, and none of it has to do with the in-fights. The in-fight combat, great. Like, I remember, I don't know if we necessarily talked about it when we had the long podcast just about Monster Hunter, but I said I was really frustrated with some of the movesets of certain monsters, where I was like, that's just not fair, the hitboxes are dumb. Then, and I know it's a dumb phrase to say, I got good at the game, and then you realize, like, I'm like, Narragante's dumb. Like, he has too many, like, just, like, punish attacks that you get hit once, and then he can, like, multiple hit you. It's like, nope, that's not true. You just gotta be patient. And once you actually learn the movesets, like, all of them are relatively decent. The only one that still really pisses me off is Kushala. But one Kushala's not bad, it's just a fucking annoying fight. But it's not, like... unfair.
Yeah.
It's just annoying because the hurricanes are obnoxious. Teostra is like a joke to me now. I love fighting Teostra. Easy. And then I haven't even attempted the high rank Kieran yet. The tempered.
Tempered Kieran is
not the most pleasant though.
It's Kushala annoying.
Yeah.
Where you can dodge his lightning pretty well. Like he only has a few patterns that he really does. Like, there's the triple line lightning that goes across. He has the, like, big line in front of him, or the, like, big radius in front of him. Not even big, just, like, powerful radius. Don't get caught in it.
Yeah, it's like
and then the just, like, here's a lightning bolt that drops. And they're all, you can see them coming. Like, you get the
They're
blue
telegraphed.
light.
Yeah.
Like most things in this game, telegraphed. You get the blue light and everything. But there's, when you get to tempered, it's just a game of do not get hit by any of the stream lightnings. Like, lightning crashing down, like, it's usually weaker. But the stream will knock you. I had full thunder resistance and an armor buff from food, an armor buff from a mushroom, and an armor buff from the coral horn from the cat, which I don't know how they stack or how well they do, or like what, I don't know the numbers, but that had to be some pretty goddamn good defense. It knocked me down to one hit away from death. Literally anything that hits me kills me, and then it also, because I was lightning blighted or something, stunned me, which lightning should not itself be able to stun. Like, I get that it can give you lightning blight, which allows you to be stunned easier, but a physical attack should be needed
to cause.
I just got struck by lightning and it stunned me, and then Kieran just came over and smacked me, and it's like, there's nothing you can do. Like, nothing past getting stun resistance, which I don't know if it's a thing, and it probably takes 12 pieces of armor to get.
The only way I know of really getting stun resistance is from the coral cheer horn, or like one of the cat. Like, it's either from the horn or the bongos, but you can get a negate stun. That's the only way, but that's random.
Yeah.
He plays it for me all the time, but like
I don't have him up to. I think I have him up to bongos after fighting the tempered Kieran.
Yeah.
But
mine's like level 10, so I get like affinity boost, stamina boost, attack, defense.
I wanted to get Plunder Blade up to level 10 first, so I didn't actually put the coral horn on him until now.
Yeah, and then like what you can start doing once you get the horn, it becomes like an item slot. You know how like the Plunder Blade.
Yeah.
So like you can play 2 songs right before the fight. Literally like 30 seconds into the fight, he'll pull out the horn again and play more.
Yeah.
And those things are on a short cooldown, so you're just constantly having like. I mean, whenever you play with me, you see like the buff list.
I'm drowning in buffs. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't imagine us having 2 cats.
Josh brought his cat with a horn too.
I mean, there's only so many buffs you could give, so I guess.
But still, like
so, there's only so many buffs in the game.
Yeah, but even if it's like he raised the attack and your cat raised the attack, like the attack will probably stack.
Yeah. Kieran is. So, I mean, normal Kieran's annoying of just dodging lightning, but getting hit, like, when you're post endgame and you're fighting just a regular high level Kieran or a low level Kieran, I imagine just is a kind of a joke.
Well, I thought
of an elder dragon,
at
least. He's not like Jagras joke, but but like, so getting hit isn't the worst thing in the world. Tempered, I mean, that's going to probably be how all tempered monsters are, because I don't think they actually get a health boost. I think it's just that their damage is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, Basil Goose insta-kills with any bomb.
Wonderful. Looking forward to that.
Did you not fight Tempered Basil yet?
No, I did, but I didn't have a bad fight. Remember I said like, to me, I just ended up like he never hit me.
Yeah, one bomb kills you. Yeah. That's why it was easy, because you didn't get hit by one bomb.
Yeah, no, he would do that, like, drop his head and, like, charge me, and I would just, like, backdash twice with the bow, and he would miss me, and then I could pull off a dragon piercer right through his, like, abdomen, through his tail. It was a fun fight.
Yeah, I honestly had a great time with that fight, other than the fact that there was one time I was in an area with 2 basil geese. One was just leaving, but they do the thing where if they're, like, the red glowy, they drop bombs as they leave, and the bombs blow up immediately. So he's leaving, and I'm like, all right. And then a bomb just drops next to me, explodes, and I die. Full health, armor up.
Yeah, I never got hit by the rage mode Basil Goose, so yeah. No, yeah, but so combat-wise, like, I mean, I think that was a pretty much unanimous thing from the last time we talked about it, where I was like, I love the combat. I mean, that's what Monster Hunter is, just combat.
We've diversified since last time.
Yeah, we've added more, and it's like weapons and just messing around, which has been cool. But there's just certain systems that piss me off in the game. There's not too many, but like the whole social system is so messed up.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. Like they make it like you don't want to.
It's so
party with people, and like it's not as like it's just me and Crow and whoever we're playing with, like as floating voices talking to each other through earpieces as opposed to like seeing our character avatars in game, like at the Gathering Hub, which is a graveyard that no one goes to.
Yeah, because there's no reason, which, like, I mean, it would be different if they just put all of the amenities of the trading town in the Gathering Hub.
Yeah, and that's
like,
what
if you
they
could go
used
to
have.
the workshop in the Gathering Hub,
Yeah.
or if you could go to any of the, like, the resource department or whatever, or the botanist.
It's like a double-edged sword. I don't know, because, like, in the old games, there was offline mode, and then there was online mode. And online mode had all that stuff. It had people to buy stuff from, and then also had, like, the smithy and your farm stuff. And, like, all of that was there in online, but, like, that was online. If you wanted to play single player, you'd do single player mode.
Yeah.
This game, they've turned single... It's, like, always an online experience, basically. Which is cool. Because then, like, you don't have to be like, oh, well, I want to play with people now. Now I'll go to the online server and have to deal with servers. But it's just so disconnected. Like, none of us hang out at the hall together. Or,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just like, I'm running around my town doing my crap. And then it's like just waiting for someone to post a quest. And then we do that for 3 minutes. And then we're back. And then another 15 minutes, and then we go again.
And that's the thing is, like, I'd love to just go to the Gathering Hub and, like, we'd meet back up there. Like, we'd get just warped there, and we could do what we needed to do there. Because when we come back, it's almost always a matter of go check if we got an investigation for that thing, because we never have the investigation of the thing we want to hunt. Go to the workshop and see if we got enough crap, because we never actually wish list anything. Which we should do, and I've actually been doing more. But
Yeah.
also, like, you'd have to want to go craft something. Like, oh, that fight, I needed this. And I need to get this armor piece.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do that. But it would be annoying. It's annoying because it takes a load to get to the Gathering Hub.
Yeah. And then, and that's obnoxious. And then just random stuff, too, of, like, I just want to go out on an expedition and... like, but be with people on the expedition just in case there is like a monster we randomly want to hunt, or immediately from the expedition I want to go on a quest straight from an expedition, which you can do, but if no one is with you, they have to wait for you to start the quest and actually get into the quest before they are allowed to join, which means now you're just standing around waiting for them to load in before you even want to start fighting the monster normally. I mean, you can go straight to the fight, but then there's this awkward phase where it's registered that you are in multiplayer mode, which means the monsters hit harder now, but you're still waiting for people to load in, eat whatever food they need to eat if they haven't eaten. If it's like me, it's like a process. Like, I have to eat, then I have to eat my mushrooms, then I have to change my equipment, and then go. It's just a long process for me to actually get to the fight.
I wish the mushroom armor just had one helpful skill on it, other than Mushroom Mancer. So I would totally wear it. But it's just Mushroom Mancer.
Yeah.
Or I wish the helmet just had 3 levels of Mushroom Mancer and that's all you needed.
Yeah. No, it's like 2. You get 2.
Because, like, most of the time I just go, fuck it. I'm only going to get the attack and armor up. I'm not going to put on the 3rd piece to get the stamina or whatever.
Yeah, like, I have the 3 piece, which is nice because one of them is, like, it negates stamina loss. So that's super good for bows, anyway, when I do my bow things. But,
yeah,
like,
and I'd love to do that, but it's just me being the slightest bit lazy. I don't want to have to go and switch my arm piece away from Dover as well.
Let's just change your armor set. You can, like, make a loadout.
You don't have to make a loadout.
Loadouts, you literally press triangle when you have the stuff you need equipped, and it doesn't matter about the mushroom ants. You could literally have you could be naked except for the head and, like, the gloves.
I also need to switch my bow, because I made one for the bow, but then I switched the armor I use. I also decided that, like, because I looked up a bow build, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, but, like, and I've looked up multiple, and all of them are just like, yeah, you want to spam Dragon Piercer, and I'm like, I don't. I just want to spam Circle. That's all you fucking need. You stagger everything.
Yeah, you do it way more than I do, and I saw, like, you just knocking things over constantly.
Because they go down. You stagger them, and then they're being dropped on rocks, and you stagger them, and then rocks drop on them, and then they're down. And so you just keep dropping rocks and, like, beating them with or the charge shot when they're down, and then they get back up and they're immediately getting KO'd by rocks again. And it's just a cycle. Kieran, there was times where it was 3 times in a row where he would go down. There were rocks pouring on his head. He'd get back up. And he'd go down immediately because there was so much KO damage going on his face. Why would I want to do Dragon Piercer when I could just knock him down 80 times?
I wonder if Bludgeoner would work.
It probably would. Slugger probably would be a great thing I should put on.
I wonder, unless that only works with melee weapons.
Because I think it's just up your stun or KO or something.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna try it because like everything I was looking is like you gotta get critical draw, you gotta get the piercing shot,
that's all I use,
and everything, and it's like, no, I don't. One, why do I want critical draw just for Dragon Piercer? You would want it because you spam Dragon Piercer and that's counted as a draw shot.
Yeah. Well, no, Dragon Piercer only counted as a draw shot if it's your first shot out of the bow.
Dumb.
So you have to constantly put your bow away, pull it out. So I don't play that way. I have just a Dragon Piercer build that has some also quality of life where it's like critting and evasion windows.
The most asinine technique anyone's ever used is just, constantly put the bow away.
I know what build you're talking about. I did not pick that build because it was like, I don't want to be constantly putting them away my bow. I'm not a great sword user. I'm a bow person who's supposed to be freaking agile.
Yeah, I was just like, that's dumb. I have the dodge ability. Coming off the lance, that's like, I could do that with my weapon out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Plus, if you get like the gloves I have with the evasion window up.
Yeah, I have my Kushla Greaves doing that. So like, I was like, I took all of my attack stuff. I'm wearing like, I think I'm wearing Nergigante Beta, which is it? Yeah, I think that might be attack. Or no, that's
the coil.
No, that's for the stamina. I'm wearing mostly stamina. Like stamina surge, and then I have my and then I was like, what? I mean, I'm gonna keep my boots because they give me that evasion thing. I just needed gloves, and I just went through. I'm like, give me another level of Constitution. Give me level 4 Constitution. Sure. So I was like, Odagoron. He also gives me critical eye level 1. Perfect.
Yeah.
8 times better than. I'm
starting to like. I keep looking for builds online, and okay, so this kind of gets into another complaint where, in a lot of the other games, you would make like you didn't really mix and match armor because everything you wanted usually came out of one set, which was a double-edged sword because then it's like. If you had a really good build for your hammer, but it, like, just sucked against something that, like, did lightning, I don't know. Like, whatever element you think about, like, then it's like, well, crap, now my hammer build sucks. But this game, I get it, it's vanity, whatever, but when you have to mix and match armor sets to get certain skills, it just doesn't look good most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, all of them look like trash. Like, my Kaiser build, or my Dragon Piercer build looks bad.
I'm sick of wearing a bikini because the Nergigante armor gives such good things for bow.
Yeah.
I am sick of it. I miss my stupid looking Paolumu coat.
Yeah.
That looks like I'm going to the club in Antarctica.
Right.
I'd rather have that than, look at the bikini and the literal just belt that I'm wearing with no pants.
Yeah.
What?
It's not. I don't like that. Or I wish there was a way to like. Well, I just wish there was more armor skins. To like that you put on top of the armors to mix it in. And right now, like I have a set because I did the pre-order, so I have like the samurai, like just the samurai armor set, which is cool, but weird thing that they did in this game. And I know like, and this is me being like nitpicky. So clearly, like, there's not that many issues with this game. Just some stuff I wish was a little different. If you like, there's like one set that I made where I'm like, I don't like the way this looks because like the bone armor and the Dober armor like has like way too much thigh exposed and then like bushy furry boots. And then so like I wore like the samurai pants and it kind of made it look like this like barbarian samurai looking dude. And I was like, all right, I can dig this. And then I'm like, all right, cool. I'll save it to this loadout. So this loadout will have the samurai armor. Great. Because I have other sets that do look kind of half decent with just the set that is applied to them. Then I went to equip it. I'm like, you are wearing the samurai pants still. Why are you wearing the samurai pants? That is not part of this set. I did not save you wearing that skin but now you are covering my armor with this like armor skin.
Also, I wish I could wear helmets, but every set is better with the eye patch.
Oh yeah, yeah, just only eye patch.
Because I know at the beginning I was like, oh, I don't want to wear a helmet, like, because like the hairstyle I got, and like my eyes are super cool, and all the scars on my face. But then there's
cool helmets.
But then there's awesome ass helmets, and I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck my hairstyle. Yeah. Fuck that. Give me all that shit. And then
it's like, nah, eye patch.
Eye patch.
Because weakness exploit is too powerful.
I was actually, one of my things was like, I could probably, I forget what Boots gave it, but I was like, I'd give up evasion window for a third level of weakness exploit. I forgot what Boots gave it, but I also did. I think it was Black Diablos. Yeah, I think it was him. So that's why I didn't make them, because I didn't have the material, and I was like, no, I'm not fighting that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of good things about the game. It's just some sort of system stuff. What was the one thing that we were talking about? And it was like, I wish it was an in-setting feature for the game, like through the options.
Was it the stupid scout flies just taking your camera?
Yeah. Oh, that. When you trap a monster, you have 20 seconds to, yes, I get it. You don't need to carve, so you don't need a full minute to do that. Sometimes there's other shit on the floor, or there's a tail to carve, or there's a mining post that's like only opened when this monster like crashes through and opens up an area that you can't normally get to. Nergigante, Teostra is in a whole new zone that you can't get to. I mean, well, one, those two don't really matter because they're Elder Dragons, so you can't capture them. But there's other monsters that like they normally end up in areas that have cool stuff around them. Like Odogoron has like a whole nest that like has like several outlets that have bone piles to go to, which bone piles are super important. But you capture it and it's like, nah, 20 seconds, fam. Good luck. Also,
but 20 seconds is 10 seconds and you can move around while this is happening, but the game takes a camera for 10 seconds and goes, look at this thing you just killed.
Cinematic.
Holy shit.
Look at these
We can move a camera.
Yeah, we're going to give you tank controls while doing this where the camera's fixed and you're like, up is not up anymore, it's sideways.
Up is relative to the camera.
Yeah.
And you have to like maneuver your way.
Or it's like when the monster drops pieces on the ground and I'm like, I can't get to these now.
And then the scout flies are no help. Because you're like, where's this scout flies? You like the scout flies are telling you, oh look, this exists, but there's one fly on the thing out of what should be like hundreds around it.
Yeah, I love when they go to fly over to something and then they all just disappear and like faintly glow up the thing that they're like trying to highlight. It's like, like huge swarm, and then goes to this tiny. Like, look at this little scale.
Supposed to find this. Oh, it's a little white piece.
Yeah,
you can't see it. You can't see it in these bushes, or in this dead body.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The amount of,
but it's happened. It's the camera. The swooping camera is the biggest thing. It's like,
but it's happened twice with Kieran where I'm like, he's left the area and I'm like, it says Kieran material. I'm gonna pick it up because I'm not fucking fighting Kieran more than I need to. I'm gonna get all the material I fucking can. Gone. It's like like I'll walk to one side. It's like the little notification that it's there goes away. So I walk back and then I go away. It's like, oh no, it's gone. It's like,
yeah. They need to put like an icon on the map that's like shows you where it is. Yeah. So there's just a few like quality of life things that are my main agitation, but like gameplay wise,
oh yeah,
incredible.
I think
we're talking about that. Yeah, it's great, and for the majority, like the crafting is super well laid out. Having wish lists is awesome, even if I don't use them.
Yeah, even if I forget to use it, wish list is super helpful because the like 3 times that I've used it, I'll get back from a mission and it'll say, "You're ready to craft this," or it won't say that, and I know I need to go get something. Yeah. And then you could just go into your start menu and be like, "Oh, that's what I need."
Yeah.
And then go on a hunt.
Yeah, that and just the whole tree being there.
Yeah.
So it's not like this guessing game that you used to have to do in the old Monster Hunters, where like I think this will lead to paralysis. Maybe. No, just -30 affinity. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Diablos.
Diablos.
No, but so everything's laid out. I'm done talking about. I don't want to like go on a crazy like tangent about Monster Hunter, but my impressions are certain quality of life, like features. I just want them to put in is like cinematic camera at deaths or captures turn-offable.
Yeah.
I don't care. I've killed an Otogoron 500 times. I do not need to see the camera swoop around him when I capture him.
And I think we talked about it last podcast, so it's just like...
It's so frustrating. I just need that off.
Scout flies should not take your camera. You should have to look and see if the scout flies leave. You should have to look and see. Yeah. If they're like, look, the monster. It's like, no, if you go, I will look. Don't take my camera. I might be looking at something more important.
Yeah.
Like a different monster that I want to actually kill before I take out the stupid Jagras that I'm here actually for.
Yeah. Yeah. So
when do I ever hunt the Jagras?
The camera, the scout flies. What was the other thing? The multiplayer hub.
Zone.
Like just something. I saw a good option is when you return from quests. But no, it wouldn't be that good because probably a lot of people would get agitated where instead of it taking you back to your thing, it would take everyone to the gathering hub together. Which, if you think about it, would be cool because now everyone's there, but that's only good if you're immediately ready to go on another quest. Yeah. But if people have to leave, now they're going through a loading zone just to get to the crafting area and do all their crap.
And the amount of times that you get back, and there's so much, and there is a need to go to the regular hub. Like the single player hub, because you have to take care of crafting, as I've said. You have to take care of your garden. You have to re-up your fertilizer, collect.
Yeah.
You have to take care of resources, hand in a bounty, register more. You have to possibly buy power coating or something if you're a bow and you need more of it. You have to go. Maybe the Argosy is in. You have to go get your stuff that you ordered.
Yeah.
Maybe tail raiders are back. 6 things. Maybe you have to pet the pig.
I lost my relationship with the pig because I went on too many back-to-back hunts.
I've pet him like 3 times, but
he
I don't
loved me.
Pig, but...
He had like full hearts, and then I lost it because I didn't pet him enough.
I think I've pet him correctly once. In total, 3.
Just press circle in the exclamation.
I didn't look at the top corner and see that was an option. I just pressed X because I figured, you pet him and put him down. And he kept headbutting me.
Josh was talking about that, where he's like, I thought X was the button you were supposed to press. I didn't realize I was pressing the wrong button the entire time.
There's other things. Melder's down there. There's... Also, why do you have to go to your room or the tent to change your Palico stuff? Why can't I just go to the box?
I just do it in mission.
Yeah, that's what I end up doing, because I'm not going to go to my room just to fucking... Because most of the time I'm changing my Palico stuff, it's visual. I just want to put on our DI or Nergigante armor.
Why can't I change my armor pigment anywhere? Why does it only have to be at the smithing shop or in my room? Why can I not do it at literally any of the other item boxes? Unless I'm missing something, but I'm pretty sure I'm not because I know how to get to the prompts to change my color. Also, putting armor skins on you can only do in your room as well.
I don't know, man.
Which is super annoying because then when I have those situations where I'm like, why am I wearing these samurai pants with this armor? Then I have to go all the way back down to my room to take off the dumbass pants. Because that's cool, but I mean, there's so many unique designs armor-wise anyway.
Yeah.
Oh. Weapon designs. Subpar. Some are amazing. Others just barely switched around. Like, we're going to put this, like, white fur on, so now it's a completely different hammer. And I'm like, it's not much different than
for the best example of this, at least in my opinion, the absolute best example, look at the Tobi Kadachi Sword and Shield. Max level. Max level should always be the coolest looking thing.
Yeah.
Look at that, and then look at the max level bone. Just normal bone Sword and Shield. See if you notice similarities between the two. Like, being the exact same thing, other than one slight, and I emphasize slight, color change.
Yeah, it's like a shade
You have to look to see the difference on these things.
Yeah.
And one is supposed to be this sweet... It has, like... I think it's labeled Lightning Nemesis.
Yeah.
And it's just the bone Sword and Shield.
Slightly colored
with
differently.
Lightning power.
Yeah. And Kadachi's a sweet creature.
Yeah. He's got this sweet blue colored fur, which I've tried imitating on my armor colors. I've played with those sliders for like 10 straight minutes. Like, it's not the right color. Trying to match it to my gun lance that has like this cool blue color and this fur coming off of it.
Yeah.
Sure, it's kind of a generic design, but like at least
they put fur on it.
There's stuff. Like at least there's a clear difference. Like this is the Toby sword or gun lance.
Yeah. Not I can easily get these mistaken.
Not look at this boomerang that I have that is the bone sword.
Yeah.
And
it's
the shield.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I hope they make I wish they would do like a patch or something, or like here we're gonna change these. Like that's probably not gonna happen. Like all the Nergigante final forms are super cool, pretty much, except for the fucking charge blade.
Your main is just. And it's still better than the Toby sword.
Oh yeah, it is. But it's the Nergigante weapon, and it's a broom. They gave me a broom as a sword and a sick shield. Amazing shield.
Yeah, the shield's incredible.
Awesome looking.
Mine is literally just the Nergigante face. It's awesome.
Mine's this sweet, like it's so unique to any other sword and shield. It's like simple but really cool looking. Then I have a broom with a hand guard.
I love it.
I'm so angry by that weapon.
And then my gun lance, it like faces a shield, or shield is a face, has that like pronged horn that comes back together. Fucking
the
awesome.
lance, also awesome.
Yeah.
Sword and shield, or the dual sword and shield is also cool.
Yeah, it's a big ass axe.
Dual blades are just claws.
Yeah, literally like completely changed how you hold the weapon.
Yeah.
Claws.
Have you seen the hammer?
No.
It's sick. It is so cool because like I'm not even gonna get into Hammer about poor designs. Hammer is the saddest thing to look at, and Hunting Horn pretty much. Hammer and Hunting Horn have really depressing designs for their weapons.
Hunting Horn's literally just either the bagpipe, drum, or guitar.
Yeah, it's like three
recolored.
things. That's it. And like they don't even change getting into their late. This is like they're the same from the first upgrade to the final upgrade. But the hammer for Nergigante, it's like I don't even know how to describe it. You know how like a lot of them are like bulbous hammers? It's like a blunt, like sledgehammer looking. I don't know how to describe it. It's really cool looking.
See, the best hammer I'd say is the Deora like snake,
the cobra,
eating.
The egg thing, yeah. And then
That's
the Valhazak is just an axe.
Oh yeah,
it's just an axe. That's a sword. It's like
that's like the Valhazak lance. That's just a trident. It doesn't even collapse like a normal lance. It's just on your back as a trident.
It's sick. A lot of the Valhazak ones. Well, but then you have other Valhazaks who are like, we're just gonna stick a couple pieces of cloth
we're gonna wrap
on this
the
sword.
red like sinew cloth on it.
Depressing. I don't know. Monster Hunter, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I love you, but love is about being able to see flaws and.
Yeah, it's important. It's important.
So Monster Hunter, I love you, but I want more from you.
But all of the flaws are superficial.
It's true. Deep down, and what's
except
important,
for the camera, which is legitimately hindering like gathering at the end.
Yeah. Which I know it's 20 seconds, but a lot of times those last 20 seconds are the most important time to gather shit around.
Yeah.
So even in the normal 50 seconds, sometimes it's like
it's a rush.
If it's a rush, like if you're fighting Xenojiva and it's 4 carves and the tail's on the other side of this giant map that you fight it on,
and it's 2 carves,
you're pushing it to get to all of the carves in the time. But that's like cool camera. Stop.
Look what you killed. We know you saw it for the last 50 minutes, beating it with a sword, but look again. It's dead now. It's limp. It's even less impressive than when it was alive.
Yeah.
But saying that, even when it's a long fight, it does have a little bit of satisfaction. Like, and I noticed it, because I was frustrated as hell fighting the Kirin today. It was literally like, when it killed me, it was like, beating it? Like, I was shaking, because I was on my last life.
Yeah.
I'm shaking, I'm like, don't fucking hit me. Shooting it in the face, don't fucking hit me. Dodge over, shoot in the face. I got the final charge in, and it was like,
oh, it's incredible. The victories against monsters that are challenging are the best. That's the game.
I've done all of them solo. Now that, like, thinking about it, every single Elder Dragon I soloed first time.
Not first time, but the only one I think I didn't do first time was Did I do Kushala with you too? No, we did Kushala
because that's
separate.
the one I would have done.
You did Valhazak. I did Valhazak solo. You did Kushala solo.
Yeah, I did all of them solo.
You did all of them solo.
Yeah, because I took...
The only one
did I? No,
I did
yeah,
Teostra. Teostra is the only one I did with you.
Because I did Nergigante solo, and then I did it like 8 more times that night.
Yeah.
Because I needed his freaking lance to beat the rest again.
Of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got on and I did Teostra, and it was like, I hated that fight with Gunlance. Then we were going to do Kushala, and then we weren't in the session together, so it was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then...
Or no, it was just because our investigations, like, I had already done Valhazak. Oh, yeah, so
no, it's good. We were both doing Kushala at the same time, and you were going to go in and just get the cutscene and come back out. And you did that, and then I was like, all right, I'll start, and I'll do the cutscene and tell you.
Oh, yeah.
And then we realized it's like, we never joined servers. Which we've... Or no, I haven't done that with you. Every time I try to play with Josh, and because I always go into the squad server...
He's part of the squad now.
Thank God.
Because I played with him today. So
I was going to tell you, is like, you need to add him.
It's just... That's a thing in this game,
Only leaders can add.
Only leaders can add in squads, which I kind of get, but I wish I could appoint people to also be invitable people. Like, you like, make you an inviter, make Brian an inviter.
And you can only invite if they're in the session.
In the session already. And the only person that can... So, like... If you can get you can't get Josh into the session. Only I can get Josh into the session.
Well, I could invite Josh to the session, but every time I would get him into the session, if I ever actually did it, because I would always get on and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll join you," and then I realize I'm not in the session. I'll be like,
"Yeah."
Ugh.
And then so they have to be in the server, and the only way that I can invite them to the squad is if I go to the gathering hub that no one goes to, and I have to remember to do that to go invite him.
Yeah.
And to the squad. So there's just steps that are unnecessary, or just like allow me to, like, if I made you a leader and I made Bri a leader, because Bri has a bunch of like guys from his like Destiny server, like we could build like a decent squad that had people, and probably reliable for the most part. I'm done with Monster. I'm done talking about it. It's a good game. It's fun.
It's a fun game.
Enjoy. Bon appetit.
I've tweeted it a few times. We've said it multiple times on here. Go get and play Monster Hunter. It is such a fun game. It is outstanding to play. These little minute things we're looking at, and that we've really focused on this entire conversation on it, mean little in the end. I'm not gonna ever stop playing this game.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
I've touched 3 weapons, and that's not even making all of those weapons.
Yeah,
like. I mean, I'm never gonna make an Anjanath weapon. Just not gonna do it. Fuck Anjanath. It's fire. It sucks. It's got low. Don't want to talk about it. Go buy it. Go play it. I think we're nearing the end.
Anime is cool, right?
Yeah,
there's something we're doing, right?
Yeah, we have an announcement that our artist Jordan, who has made our lovely profile picture and the little banner with us at Dumpster
Fire, which is relatable to what our podcast is.
Really, yeah. She is coming home from San Diego. I think she still lives in San Diego. To be an artist in Artist Alley of FubukiCon, which is shit. It is March 17th. Yeah, March 17th at Damon College.
Damon.
Yeah, in Buffalo, New York. We definitely recommend going. If you've never been to a convention, they're fun as hell.
Good time, as long as no one's putting nails inside the nerve darts. Another time for that story.
We'll talk about that some other time. If we haven't already talked about it. Anyway, so we just wanted to announce it. If you're in the area around this time or can make it out, it's a fun convention to go to.
Yeah.
I personally will not be there because I do have to work and do schooling. I have an exam that weekend. Kill me. Just kill me.
Isn't that St. Patrick's Day, like the same day as FubukiCon?
Oh, yeah. I have a Friday night exam.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Fun.
At work. And then my sister saved me up for St. Patrick's Day.
You're gonna have a rough week.
Yeah, because Wednesday I'm also going out to check. But yeah, fun though. What is the karaoke? Anyway, so conventions are super fun.
Cool people, cool costumes.
Yeah. Speaking of people, an announcement from today, the day of the recording, not the day that gets released, probably a few days from now. This gets released. They are announcing a guest who is a voice actor guest that they are having, known as Vic Mignogna. Mignogna. Vic Mignogna.
Who did he play, Crow?
Butchered that name. You may recognize his voice.
Mignogna.
Yeah, hell of a spelling for not what it sounds like. He is a voice actor in many animes you may have watched before, including Broly from the most recent Dragon Ball movie.
What's Dragon Ball?
You will get into that some other time.
Sure.
It's a little lengthy.
Okay.
We know how much we talk when we get on something.
Yeah.
He's also played Birder from the Ginyu Forces in Dragon Ball.
Never heard of it.
He has voiced E123 Omega from the Sonic series.
What's Sonic?
He has voiced Edward Elric.
I want to know. Who's Edward Elric?
From
Sounds
the
like some weak
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I hate you.
It's not like my favorite anime or something.
Ikaku Madarame from Bleach.
What's Bleach?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Is that like the new challenge since Tide Pod?
He's played Obito Uchiha and Pain in the Naruto series, and many others probably. I know he also
Naruto.
plays Crow in Ruby, which if you have not watched season 5 of, I just finished a couple weeks ago or a few, and I'm pretty sure it's all out. It's a good season. If you've never watched the series, watch the fucking series. You can find it on YouTube entirely, I think. Yeah, I think all on YouTube. Sure. If you have Verve, it's on Verve. Don't do it illegally, because you can literally just fucking go to YouTube for free.
Yeah.
Doing it illegally, it makes it harder on you, really. But yeah, so
that's a very esteemed voice actor.
Yeah, a pretty huge freaking name coming to Damon College for FubukiCon.
For real though, Dragon Ball, of course, incredible. But I love Full Metal Alchemist, and I think he did Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood. I think they kept the same voice actors for that. I didn't watch it in English dub, but I know how iconic he is of a voice actor.
I know
the dub, but I love.
You know the voice. Oh yeah. You don't even need to have watched it. His voice is honestly so similar to the Japanese dub of it. Yeah. And then it shows his incredible range that he then goes to from young, high-pitched young child's voice to Crow from Ruby, who is gruff, drunk hunter. And I've seen a few of his interviews or panels. Panels, right?
Yeah, panel.
Okay. He sounds like an incredible fun guy to go to a panel of his. Almost kind of like who's the guy from Samurai Jack that was at UBCon last year? His panel was, even though I caught half of it. And we've talked.
Oh no!
I know, right? That's me in my head right now. But just insanely fun like that.
Yeah.
And most panels are like that.
And ask him to say his last name, and ask the announcers who bring him onto stage to say his last name so it can be recorded.
Yeah, because we researched for a bit
could
online.
Not find it anywhere where it says
every
his last
single
name.
video. There was one that was just the coldest open. Just didn't even get to hear the question he was asked. He just started talking. It's never brought up. They just put it on screen. It's like, you look at the spelling. You're not pronouncing that. There's 2 G's. There's no G sound. There's 2 G's. Their G-O makes the ya sound, apparently. And I'm sick of it. I make my own language. But anyway, go check that out. If you get a chance, stop by booth. Jordan Quinones or Q and Cat, I think, is the cosplay thing she does. I don't know if that's the name she would go by. I don't know.
Incredible artwork.
She'll have crochet, knitting, and different art she's done. So, go check her out. Check out all the artists there. It's all incredible work. Any convention you go to, it's incredible work.
Yeah.
And just go there, have a good time.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. I could have, but
Maybe I'll be there. Woo!
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
And you'll probably catch Jimmy Q. I imagine he'll be back.
We'll force
Actually,
him to
that's
go.
his.
It'll be part
I
of
think
it.
that's his break.
It is. He said he'd be back.
So yeah, you'll probably catch our media manager there. We'll force him to sell our merch. So thanks for
what merch? Time to end the podcast.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to another one of our rambling podcasts. I'm your host Crow. This has been Ben.
I'm Ramble.
We'll catch you guys in a couple weeks.